What's the damn deal, people? We here. I'm gonna start this because I'm here a little bit late. I want you guys to be into the fight quick. Yo, the prelims were off the motherfucking charts. Knockouts after knockouts, it was something incredible. So if we keep on that, in that streak, we should have a great fight. So let's get this party started, baby. Let's not waste any time.
From UFC Fight Island on Yas Island, Abu Dhabi.
Welcome to another GTM chapter, another show, baby. This is your host, JP Dragon. Welcome. Enjoy the fights, baby boys.
First, fighting out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist, holding professional record, 9 wins, 1 loss. He stands 6 feet 1 inch tall, weighing in at 171 pounds. Fighting out of Dubai, United Arab Emirates, by way of Sfax, Tunisia, Munir the Sniper Lazer. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record, 10 wins, 1 loss. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in
Enjoy, guys.
at
I'll be right back.
174 pounds. Fighting out of Fort Worth, Texas, USA, by way of Accra, Ghana, Abdul Razak Al Hassan. And when the action begins, I'll let you in charge. Go ahead.
Well, an incredible story that resulted in Munir Lazer arriving at this UFC debut here tonight. It was Dana White's son's birthday, and a 17-year-old by the name of Adam Babb approached Dana, showed him a highlight reel of Munir Lazer, and a whole lot of head kicks on that highlight reel, as you boys can attest. The rest, as they say, is history. Dana put him in touch with Sean Shelby, and he makes his UFC debut tonight against the returning Abdul Razak Al Hassan with that touch of gloves. We are underway. Al Hassan in yellow. The newcomer Munir Lazer is in black.
And he was going to get here anyway. If you watch that highlight, can't blame Dana White for signing the kid. There's that knee I was talking about. That's something he does so well. But he's got to watch. Sorry, Mike.
No, you're good. I was just going to say the referee's called "Damn, move your head in." But I tell you what, he better move his head because Al Hassan, he only takes one. He puts people to sleep. They're nice knees, though.
Nice knees, but he's getting sucked up here.
Smashed here.
He's got to get out of here. He's covering up looking well.
Hassan's just relentless. Shot after. He's got to fight back.
And there's the head movement finally, Mike.
I tell you what, he's got a chin, though.
He does. Jeez.
He took.
He's looking for elbows.
20 shots there. That's crazy.
Yeah, you see Al Hassan just ripping to the head. While Munir's covered up, he should have really started ripping to the body, but he wants that knockout so bad.
I think Al Hassan might have
there's that head kick
a little bit. You know,
Mike, I agree. He's not used to guys being able to take this.
Yeah. And Lazer is smiling at him.
And he's drilling to the body with these knees, but Al Hassan's still throwing bombs. Good shot, baby. Oh, really? I missed it. Sorry, Al Hassan was facing away. I couldn't see that.
Look at the smile. He's so composed in there. He's under a lot of pressure.
Look, even Al Hassan's shorts don't want to stay on him in here tonight. I wouldn't want to be either.
I was going to say he's under a lot of pressure. He's got a knockout artist in front of him, and he's calm as hell. He's just smiling at the guy.
Well, that's really a staple of his game. He fights calmly and intelligently, yet finds a nice lead elbow there.
I love this guy's style, man. The way he throws his kicks. Oh, nice check.
Ooh, that one hurt.
And that head kick, it's seamless, Mike. You don't know if he's going to go to the body with that, if he's going to go up top, but he's still got to be careful because, I love that knee.
That hurt. That knee connected.
Another knee right underneath that guard of Abdul Razak Al Hassan.
I want to train with this guy, man. I like everything about his style. And Al Hassan's got to be careful he doesn't gas himself out. And I think it's already happening.
He's definitely throwing less for sure.
Oh, that slide up. Crash
advancing elbows. Very, very nice.
Nice kick to the body.
Lazez starting to mix it up well here on the feet as we come up on the midpoint of round one.
Yeah, Lazez is just chipping away with everything, with the elbows, with the knees to the midsection. He checked that leg kick. So composed, as we said, and look at the reach on the man as well.
Yeah, he's so long, and that's why his knees are so well placed, because he can do a nice kick there from Al-Hassan.
But he checked it. He checks every single one of them. I'm telling you, Munir Lazez, this man is a very bright prospect.
And he's got a healthy amount of local support.
Yeah, he's from Abu Dhabi, training here in Abu Dhabi, correct?
Dubai, yeah.
Dubai, excuse me.
And look at this as well. Lazez, he's not circling around the octagon. He's not trying to back away. He's very happy and content to just stand there in the pocket and meet Al-Hassan with whatever he's throwing. And now, look at the tides are turning. Now it's Al-Hassan that's backing up. It's him moving backwards.
Nice stiff jab here as well. Setting something up, see? Going to that calf. A couple of them check, but even when you check that calf kick, it still does damage because the small muscles in the calf, they shut down. It's not like the thigh. It really takes some accumulation to really hurt your thigh. But liver shot to a head kick from Munir. I love that elbow.
That advancing elbow finds the mark almost every time.
Especially somebody that's really aggressive like Al-Hassan, who's going to come at you with big hooks that leaves him open right down the middle.
Yes. He sees everything. He sees everything. He's just like looking at the chest. He sees whatever Al-Hassan throws. Talking to the referee, there's an uppercut.
Oh, I think he was talking. Oh, yes, he was, or his own corner, but
he's chatting away anyway.
Just touching. Looking for openings. He's very composed on his feet.
And I think Al-Hassan is a little lost here because he's throwing everything. Normally, he would knock people out. And this guy's taking all his best shots.
He's waving them on, Mike.
And he's taking over the fight.
Oh, just missed on the elbow, did Lazez. He has never been finished as a pro coming in.
Nice fake.
He's moving beautifully now.
And he is not breathing heavy. He's in phenomenal shape. Wow.
Look at that.
That's beautiful work right there.
Well-rounded
right
skills.
At the end of the round. Not that he was, losing anyway, but he was getting beat up in the beginning. Then you just seal the deal with that takedown.
So a strong opening round in the UFC for Munir Lazez. Round 2 is next.
If you do what feels right, then own your style. Philips One Blade, your style made simple. There's always a way to make life better.
Oh, we love our new home.
It's great. The HOA has been very involved.
These shrubs aren't board approved.
At least Geico makes bundling our home and car insurance easy.
2 inches over regulation!
Thanks, Cynthia.
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
This little cup may seem small, but it comes from a small business. One of thousands on eBay, powered by people, millions of people, all over the country, all working to get you what you want, exactly what you want. And that's no small thing. That's everything.
Well, this Saturday, exclusively on ESPN Plus, a UFC flyweight champion will be crowned in the rematch between Davison Figueiredo and Joseph Benavidez, a championship edition of UFC Fight Night, the main card at 8 Eastern on ESPN Plus, the prelim simulcast on both ESPN and E Plus at 5 p.m. Eastern. All right, Paul, some pretty urgent corners on both sides. Any major takeaways?
Yeah, well, it's surprising to me that they're saying that he's the better wrestler, this and that the game plan was to even mix in the takedowns for Al-Hassan. But we've known him so much for his knockout power, we don't even really get to know too much about his wrestling capabilities. But right now would be the time to pull them out.
Well, on the flip side, in the corner of Lazez, they're calling for that low kick. He's already thrown it 3 times. And beautiful, calm corner work. They know what he's capable of. There's a quiet confidence in the corner there. There was no urgency. There was no panic. He's chipping away at the legs like he was told to do. Throwing out nice jabs. I mean, this guy is so polished.
Lazez, the kickboxing coach at Team Nogueira Dubai, and putting all the weapons to good use tonight.
You still got to be careful. Al-Hassan throwing some big bombs here. Man, but I don't know what he's got left, guys.
This could be it. He's got Hassan on the back foot here.
Peeling
And now
down elbow.
he's going for the finish. Look at this. He's got to be careful.
Oh my God.
Shot.
Perhaps Razak Al-Hassan playing possum a little bit there, trying to draw the offense out of Lazez.
Yeah.
Wow, can't take many of them.
That's going to hurt tomorrow, though. That was right off the elbow.
Works the body, comes up high.
See, he knows that Al-Hassan's going to have a hard guard here up against the fence, and he's just ripping to the body.
He's seeing all the openings. He's reading the situation perfectly.
What up?
There it is.
I'm back. I'm here.
Got the neck, but he's going to go right over to the side.
Past the side control.
He's actually got a choke here. If Al-Hassan keeps holding on to that neck, he doesn't. I don't even think he's aware of it or doesn't want it.
But let's see the ground game now. All I've seen so far out of Lazez online was him knocking people out. And of course, we just saw a tremendous display of striking skills there. We just saw a nice double leg. He defended the guillotine perfectly. He got to side control.
Who winning?
Now let's see what he's got on the floor.
See some progression here, please, gentlemen.
That's a bit of a quick call by Leon Roberts there, if I'm honest, but...
Yeah, they just got here.
They just got here,
See some progression here, please, gents.
Dan Bovaheady, our referee for this one.
Yeah, I did say he needed to move his head. I should have remembered that. Wow. That is a quick stand-up. That is surprising to me, to be honest.
So all 10 wins for Al-Hassan coming in by round 1 knockout or TKO, being extended here by Lazez, who leads with that elbow again.
Yeah, I mean, of course, Al-Hassan is still very dangerous, and this fight is not over. It seems that Lazez is slowly taking over and just putting on a display. This is a showcase performance against a very, very dangerous opponent. I mean, the way he turned the corner there, Al-Hassan against the fence, and now whatever he wants.
Knees and elbows, takedowns. 90 seconds now to go in the round.
Yeah, he's showing an intelligence here with these takedowns. However, I just want to watch him stand up on the feet, throw elbows all day. He's got the neck here, but he's getting mounted. He's got to let this go and just push on the hips, try to get his guard back or get to the fence and get back up.
Well, he's going to keep hold of the head because right now that's his last line of defense. Once he lets go of that head, Lazez, will posture up and then rain down elbows. I mean, the man lands a tremendous amount of elbows on the feet. Can you imagine what he'll do in full mount position?
Yeah, I think for Lazez, he needs to frame right now and push off Al-Hassan and try to start using those elbows. Right now, he's kind of just accepting it, maybe taking a breather, which I don't blame these guys.
Why is the referee saying to improve his position? I do not understand. He's in full mount. He stepped off the mount. That was a little, a little surprising. He should have just got his forearm and driven it into the throat of Hassan like he's doing now.
That's okay.
Very interesting.
I don't get that, but
yeah, move your head is out of his mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was weird. Why would they stand that up?
As we come down the stretch
I like standing up better, but he had full mount. You got to let him work, bro. He worked his ass off to get the man to that position in the floor so he could whoop his ass, and now you fucking get him up, stand him up just because there's not enough action for you, referee. Fuck off.
Verizon knows how to build unlimited right. Start with America's most awarded network.
Fuck Verizon. I ain't giving them no motherfucking peoples. So that's the shits right there, yo. That is the shits. What is going on, Mysterious? I see you are around. Thank you for coming in, my brother. Thank you for the love, as always, being here, part of the channel. You are the motherfucking man. That's for sure. So, yeah. Yo, the prelims. I didn't see the prelims today. I'm going to go back and watch them later. I heard the prelims was off the fucking charts. They said, every fight in the prelims today was a knockout, pretty much. So, I gotta check them out later. We back, baby.
Brought to you by P3, the official protein snack of the UFC.
round.
I haven't had a whole lot of opportunities to say that tonight because these fighters are taking care of business.
Getting the jobs done, man. And I'll tell you, my takeaway thus far, I know we're just starting this main card, but the amount of contenders that we are seeing emerge from prospects, excuse me, on this card is amazing. These debut guys are really showing what the level of MMA is becoming even early on in their careers.
Yeah, and listen, the fight isn't over yet, and he's still got a very, very dangerous opponent in front of him. Al Hassan's taken a tremendous amount of damage, but he's a knockout artist himself. He's capable of knocking this guy out. Now, Lazzez has shown a tremendous chin, tremendous output, tremendous diversity of attacks, and look at that footwork. I mean, that is what every boxing coach wants their fighters to move like. This guy does it all. Tremendous showcase so far, but as I said, still 4 minutes left, and Al Hassan
A lot of people like doing
You see the extent to which Lazzez has mixed it up here tonight against Al Hassan, who...
Oh, man.
There's that knee up the middle. When you watch his highlights, you watch his footage, he loves that right knee straight up the middle, right under the chin.
This is exactly what Al Hassan needs to do. Of course, he's losing this fight. He needs to put him down on the floor, see what he's like on the ground, try and finish him on the ground, try and choke him out on the ground, because on the feet so far, he's on a fast track to get him knocked out.
I'm just amazed that we are talking about this fight.
Nice
takedown. Into the third round.
Well, Al Hassan said to us on whatever day it was, right, that there are technical layers and a non-crazy side to his game that he has been able to showcase because he's dusted guys in a couple minutes.
Well, listen, he's made a nice adjustment here in round 3. He recognizes he's going to change the game plan, change the approach. He's trying to get the takedown. Very, very smart. He was successful there, but Lazzez found his way back to his feet.
I feel like this is a position that Lazzez welcomes, this clinch, this close fight. He's very good with his elbows and he's very good with his knees. He's also shown how outstanding he is on the outside, but he's not. He has no trouble in here. He's not okay. He's no problem being this close to his fighter.
See some progression, please, gentlemen.
So seemingly anyone's fight as we go under 3 minutes here to go, third and final round.
I don't know, Joe. For my money, I think it's clear that Lazzez won the first 2 rounds. I think that's, I don't know. What do you think? You agree?
Well, I mean, obviously we got a lot going on when we're doing commentary, but I thought Al Hassan certainly had some moments in round 1.
Well, yeah.
Correct. You're right. He did. He teed off for a good 30 seconds. You're right, John. I did forget about that. My apologies.
Lazzez able to get the takedown now.
Well, they're going to be back up on their feet in a second anyway, so.
Yeah, with that rough, right?
Takedowns, right?
Back
up. Get up.
Yeah, the ref's not messing about tonight.
He apparently does not like wrestling, and he does not like jiu-jitsu.
A lot of these refs handle these situations very differently, very inconsistently.
Yeah.
He has certainly had a quick
They need to train all these refs the same way, bro.
What's
this
this guy's name again?
One fight.
Okay.
One fight you can take somebody down in the world. The next fight you can't do shit. Because they stand you up quick.
Well, you see Lazzez here. He's trying to cover up the breathing, trying to affect the breathing of Al Hassan. He's escaped from the guillotine attempt, but it wasn't a guillotine attempt. It was more of a stalling tactic. Yeah. Now he's in full side control. Let's see what he's got in terms of jiu-jitsu and submission offense.
He's letting them, to be fair, the referee is letting them work right now. So I don't want, you know, we're just playing around. He's not trying to, he is warning though already. He's warning. Just as I say that.
It's just advanced position to side control. A very dominant position.
Advanced position, right, Mike. Where do you go from there? Mount, yeah. That's pretty much it, the back.
And he just landed 2 very big dominant knees.
Massive elbow from Lazzez.
Massive elbows.
That dude with the elbows is no joke, bro.
And Al Hassan's
be careful.
And he might be looking, either he's looking at his corner right now, John, or he's looking at the clock.
Hurt.
It looks like his corner.
Yeah, listen, we're going to talk about Al Hassan
right here, because
he's taking a lot of damage here, and the fact he's still here, still fighting, I mean, he deserves everybody's respect as well.
And you know what? A lot of it is attributed to Lazzez's chin, because Al Hassan came out and was, like you talked about, John, controlled that opening of the round, so much so that you can give him the round, I guess, depending on how you want to score it. I'm not a judge, so I don't make those decisions.
And as we've seen with Al Hassan, sometimes only one shot is what it takes. And he teed off for an extended
20 seconds to go, baby boys, for the third round. Last round. Let's see what happens. Closing up the round. I think Lazzez probably got this. Oh, he's out.
Nice Nice scramble
Hassan
there.
just got out.
Hassan.
Well, these guys came in with 19 career wins, 18 by knockout or TKO.
Right, left.
Now Hassan opening up late.
Right, left. Oh,
what
shit.
a fight turned
At the
in
end,
by
almost
Abdulrazak
whooped his ass.
Hassan and
That's what you
Munir
had to do
Lazzez.
before, bro.
Neither man has ever been finished. That trend continues tonight. We will, in fact, go to the scorebook. The decision coming up next.
Good shit.
If you do it feels right, then own your style. Philips One Blade, your style made simple. There's always a way to make life better. Philips.
My name is Christine Payne. I'm an associate here at Amazon. Step into the blue line, sir. This device is giving us an accurate temperature check. You're good to go? I have to take care of my coworkers. That's how I am. I have a son, and he said, one day I'm going to be like you. I'm going to help people. You're good to go, ma'am? I hope so. This is my passion. If I can take care of everyone who's sick out there, I would do it in a heartbeat.
What you said?
UFC Fight Night on ESPN is presented by Modelo, brewed for those with a fighting spirit. And in part by P3, the official protein snack of the UFC.
I didn't sleep well today, man. I was out of energy.
So Abdulrazak Hassan came in the minus 350 favorite. Lazzez the plus 285 underdog. Bruce Buffer now with the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision.
This is
the judges score the contest 30-27, 30-27, and 29-28 for the winner by unanimous decision, Munir the Sniper Lazzez.
All right, so Michael, the judges largely saw it the way you did. A couple of 30-27s in there. Munir Lazzez.
I gotta say, I mean, talk about making an impact. That's the way you want every single debut to go. Dana White was on his feet. He came over to us. He told us the story personally about how his friend approached him at his son's birthday party, and so he gets the opportunity. He said Sean Shelby was freaking out a little bit. He's like, come on. Go ahead, John.
Well, we're just going to take a look at the post-fight stats, Michael. They're brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Certainly kept our stat guys busy tonight.
Yeah, so as I was saying, Dana was like, he said Sean Shelby wasn't overly thrilled. So he said, you know what? Throw whoever you want at him. So they gave him Abdulrazak Hassan, a guy that is incredibly tough and a true knockout artist. Now, the fight started and Razak was doing his thing. This is how he fights. He goes forward, he knocks people out. But Lazzez took every single bit of punishment and then went to work. Not only did he go to work though, he showed tremendous well-rounded skills, excellent defense, excellent offense, flying knees, advancing elbows, showed a competent ground game, nice takedown defense, and he showed good maturity for a guy still only 10 fights in. I mean, this guy has an incredibly bright future, and no brighter than now, because he is with you as a winner, John.
And perhaps a star is born tonight. Dubai's probably going crazy. I can't even imagine if we were filled with fans tonight. Munir Lazzez, I know you're catching your breath, man, but thank you for putting on a show, and congratulations. How do you feel?
Oh, man, it's been a long journey. Thank you very much, John. It's been good scrap with Abdul. He's coming to fight, and that's exactly what I want. You know, just thank God. First of all, my family, my wife, my son, that's all for them, you know. Stay humble, it's just the beginning, John. I don't want to talk too much, but, you know, and this time you have to talk. I would like to call out that idiot and put him in his place, Mike Perry, you know. I want to put his head back in the right position, so please make sure whenever he's ready. I think he has some issue to deal with it. And I'm ready to go.
Wow, so the fight game is as strong as the call-out game. You want Platinum Mike Perry next, but before we put this one to bed,
not a good fight
I think you knew what type of fight and challenge was in front of you. Did anything surprise you over those 15 hard minutes?
You know, I love this. I love when I'm underdog. All my career, you know, I've been always against the odds, always like 90-10. But I love to shock the people. I love to shock the world. And this is exactly what I put in the dark room, you know. This hard belief has come, you know, just from the hard work. I'm blessed tonight to get the chance here to show my skill internationally, and this is just the beginning. Trust me, you're gonna see me more and more hungrier. Just I was waiting for this call. It's been a long time, and tonight I just show a little bit from my skill. So I'm ready to go again, John.
Hey, before we let you go, how confident were you that when it went to the scorecards that you had done enough to win?
No, to be honest, I know it's I get the 3 rounds. I worked so hard with my team, Sean and Milano and Mahdi and Tom, and all team Nagara Dubai, you know. They make me sure ready up and down wherever it's go, you know. I'm sure he's ready for me to come to Bang stand up, but I surprise him every end of round to take him down and try to dominate the round.
Well, I can feel your fan base growing as we speak. Munir Lazez, all the congratulations. Enjoy it.
How you feel the fan? John exaggerated. I can feel the fan base growing. Where do you feel it? In your ass?
I'm gonna go, inshallah.
You feel a tickling in your ass? Oh shit, fan base. It's coming up.
All class.
Oh,
you're making my day better. Munir Lazez with a monumental UFC debut
growing,
tonight.
brother. It is growing. How you know my ass is tickling?
With our UFC president, Dana White, after the fact. I guess Adam Babb, the 17-year-old, was onto something when he recommended that Dana sign Munir Lazez. He cashes in that plus 285 range tonight. All right, coming up on UFC Fight Pass tomorrow, it'll be Eddie Bravo's Jiu-Jitsu OT. Thursday, July 23rd, we got Titan FC 62. Wednesday, July 24th, LFA 86. Thursday, July 30th, Invicta FC is back, and the following night, July 31, LFA turns it around quickly with LFA 87. Well, there are also myriad original series that are well worth your time on UFC Fight Pass.
On your boy.
UFC Chronicles here now.
Oh,
Sneak peek.
I'll be back. You keep listening, bitch.
We gotta mention City Kickboxing Gym, Eugene Behrman, the man is architecting this ridiculous rise of athletes from this region.
As weird as it sounds, I never wanted to be a coach.
All I remember was telling you, Gene, there's a lot of people who's gonna need your help. I always sort of knew that he's gonna become a great coach one day.
There's unfinished business. All my guys want to win the bout. 2 of them have bouts. Means I got another 4 to go.
All right, coming up next as the main card continues, another Liverpudlian will look to make good on the jaunt to Fight Island. Molly McCann would appear to be in the best shape and the best form of her career. Tonight she would like nothing more than a finish, and she will stop at nothing to get it against the also talented Tyler Santos. She grew up in a Muay Thai family and has the striking game and the knockouts to prove it. We could be in for a barn-burner next, folks. Stay with us on Fight Island.
If you do what feels right, then own your style. Philips One Blade, your style made simple. There's always a way to make life better. Philips.
This little cup may seem small, but it comes from a small business. One of thousands on eBay, powered by people, millions of people, all over the country, all working to get you what you want. Exactly what you want. And that's no small thing. That's everything.
Born in 2009, Yas Island is a 9.6 square mile island right off the coast of Abu Dhabi. And man, has this government, this staff proven well equipped to handle a live sporting event and all that comes with it during these unforeseen times. We've got 2 more shows coming up over the next 2 Saturdays from this newly minted Fight Island. Now, though, more live action in the UFC flyweight division. Well, from top prospect to divisional contender, England's Molly McCann has always stayed true to herself in the crowd-pleasing style that has her well-equipped for tonight's matchup with Tyler Santos.
The 15-1 record might be the first thing you notice when talking about Brazilian prospect Tyler Santos. But it's fights like the one she's had with Stephanie Almeida and Mauro Romero Barella that show just what now brings to this flyweight division. Tonight it'll be her second UFC bout, and it comes against England's Molly McCann. A proud native of Liverpool, McCann has made her mark around the world in the past year, and she will keep that international run going tonight as she looks to follow up her recent wins over Ariane Lipski and Deanna Belbitsa with another triumph over Santos. Coming up next, Meatball Molly McCann faces THRU Santos.
Front loader odor. You know that smell when you open your funky front load washer? But at GE Appliances, we've engineered the first and only front load with an ultra fresh vent system with odor block. Equipped with vents that help keep it dry and antimicrobial technology that protects against bacteria. Basically, funky to fresh, so you can shut the front door.
No one says that.
Another way we make good things for life.
As a caricature artist, I appreciate what makes each person unique. That's why I like Liberty Mutual. They get that no two people are alike. And customize your car insurance so you only pay for what you need. Almost done? What do you think?
I don't see it. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
We've always put safety first. And we always will. For people. For the future. And there has never been a summer when it's mattered more. Wherever you go, summer safely. Get 0% APR financing for up to 5 years on select models and exclusive lease offers.
Anyway, that's the control room. A lot of chaos there, but it all looks good when it comes out in the show, actually, thanks to those people. Then over here in the digital center is our highlight screening area. So that's where we get all the games that are played that night, down in a 90-second or 2-minute clips or whatever you're going to see on SportsCenter every night. This hallway, it runs between, both rooms. If you want to get from the control room to the screening, then this is the hallway you take. Questions or anything? I can answer whatever you want about the place. Nothing?
What is devs? 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 What is devs?
We will not lose sight of the fact that the players returning for this season will still be fighting for justice as they fight for a championship.
And I know in my heart it's gonna be a better day. There's gonna be a better day. That's why I came here to say, amen. Amen. Amen.
Amen. Amen. Amen.
All right, we are back. 4 fights to go, including this one. 15th ranked flyweight Molly McCann is 30. THRU Santos is 27. Santos taller by a couple inches, far more pronounced in reach, where Santos has a 6-inch reach advantage. All right, now to get this one started, how about Bruce Buffer?
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC flyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a Muay Thai kickboxer holding a professional record. 15 wins, 1 loss. She stands 5 feet 6 inches tall, weighing in at 125 pounds. Fighting out of Balneario, Camberu, set to Catarina, Brazil, Talia Santos.
I received a message earlier and I forgot to reply. All late and shit.
And now introducing her opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a boxer holding a professional record, 10 wins, 2 losses. She stands 5 feet 4 inches tall, weighing in at 125 pounds, fighting out of Liverpool, England, Meatball Molly McCann. When the action begins, our referee in charge, Rich Mitchell.
Rich Mitchell, our referee. Red De La Cruz is here on Yas Island in Abu Dhabi. Molly McCann is here. She's a minus 150 betting favorite tonight against Tyla Santos, who comes back at plus 130.
Okay, you ready? Ready. Let's go.
And McCann immediately takes the center of the octagon, closes the distance. She's in the all black. Santos fires early. She's in white.
Yeah, she's sprinted across the octagon there.
And Santos looking like she really can whoop some
Man,
ass.
Santos throwing a good, strong 1-2.
Yeah, you can see that 6-inch reach advantage already. I mean, it's so beneficial in the fight.
This fight clock is brought to you by the U.S. Army.
But the way that Molly fights, she loves to be in the pocket, just throwing boxing combinations. Does a real good job of putting
nice
3-4 hooks together in a row. And as you said before, Paul, the wrestling game really, really improved.
I like that little switch to a right hook.
McCann was very thoughtful with us in terms of talking about her stance. She's a natural lefty, but early on they told her to just copy the boys. She did this entire camp as a southpaw, told us she's ready to light it up out of that lefty stance. And of course, she's fighting orthodox.
Yeah, but she said there's reasons why she
I like that. She's doing that Masvidal switch.
Right, says she's more aggressive out of the orthodox stance, counters more.
You know, to be honest, that's kind of like me, because I'm left-handed, but I stood orthodox. When I went to a traditional martial arts school, that's how they told me to stand. And it just kind of stuck ever since.
Explains that left hook.
Yeah, there you go. But Santos looking good here.
Yeah, very good.
Using that reach to great effect. But Molly's doing the right thing. She's getting on the inside. And as I say, that was a good knee though. Again.
Ooh, knees, kicks, punches.
My word.
What happened?
Do not grab her hair. No more. What? Not again.
Santos gets warned for allegedly grabbing the hair of Molly McCann.
Yeah, I gotta say, well spotted by the referee there. Because that is, I mean, I never saw it, but clearly the referee did. That was a beautiful front kick, by the way, but that's a little dirty grabbing the hair.
Yeah, 100% dirty. That's a parking lot fight move right there.
Yeah.
Oh shit, you see what I'm talking about?
You
You don't grab hair. I told you a few days ago about my fight and somebody grabbed my hair.
Nice right hand by Molly. Coming alive
You
here.
get bitten like a pitbull, bitch.
Santos is dangerous.
I learned that shit from my
Body
dog.
kicks, Mike.
Yeah.
They taught me how to
You
bite.
see why she was 15-0 at one
Fuck somebody
point.
up.
But Molly is as tough as they come.
Yeah, she will take some damage to get hers. And Molly has landed some beautiful
I'm
punches
just
and
scared. I'm
switching
not a
her
dog.
stances.
Yep.
I'm just saying. I could
And Molly came
convert
into this
to
one
her.
in the best shape of her
I'm
life.
just
That's a
scared now.
hard leg kick there from Santos. Molly tries to return one there. You can definitely see the difference in the kicking power, though.
Be careful, she's going
Knee
to keep
to
that
the
head
face.
up. Santos is looking really dangerous here, picking good shots.
I think they both looking dangerous.
Without the eye of Santos.
Because this chick is throwing some shit. Oh, see, she keeps doing that switch change. Like she's gonna.
Jorge Masvidal.
Didn't I say that shit?
What he did against Darren Till.
Yeah.
Didn't I say that shit?
Man, yeah, that was vicious.
Your boy is. I'm better than the commentator. I said that shit 10 seconds ago, bro. Two hours ago I said that. I said she's doing that switch like Masvidal, acting like she's gonna do. You know, she doesn't switch her legs and then stays left and goes to right, or the right or the left. You know what I'm saying? Left and right. My bad. You know what I'm saying?
Got the single.
That's how I do.
She's got it joined.
What the fuck is this?
From here, if she can't just go for broke on that single to the high crotch, right? Nice job there. She had that leg. She
man, my girl
spun to
learned
the
how to
outside
cook,
to
man.
dump her opponent down.
My girl ain't cooking right.
And there, Santos going to return the favor here and get the
I have to start ordering some Chinese.
She looks great tonight.
She looks great, so much more confident, I think, too, just making
Baby.
this second UFC start.
Lovely girl.
As we said, her opponent in her
You
last fight
the
did
best.
the perfect thing.
Hey.
She obviously
Hey,
saw
hey,
her,
hey,
studied the
hey,
technique.
hey,
She was dangerous at
hey,
range, so she minimized that range. She clinched up against the fence and just smothered her.
Somebody's
right
on
now,
her
this is a
moves.
bad position. She's got that. She's isolated that one hand. Now she let it go.
And we
Yo, what the fuck?
Handcuff, but my teammates from back
You just
home
fucked
were giving
me
me trouble
up.
about it because it's obviously a wrestling
stupid
move.
was that?
One-on-one,
You don't do that shit to the host.
So I better hear back from these fellas.
Stop.
Wherever you're
I got food here. Stop.
You
I'm playing games.
I call it another ball.
I call it that too, though. That's what I'm saying. I call it Dagestani.
You say tomato, I say tomato.
I definitely say tomato.
Potato, potato?
It's definitely potato.
Whoop your ass, girl.
What's a crisp?
I'll stop the stream. I don't give a fuck. I got the food. Stop. I'll fucking throw you with your plate. I don't give a fuck. I'll throw you all the camarones on your face.
Nice elbow by Molly, trying to get that underhook there.
We'll hear about that exchange on Twitter, I'm sure.
It's
You're making me lose my temper, and you know what happens when that happens.
But one thing is for sure, there's no
Go to your room.
Molly. As I said before,
Go to your room. You're grounded.
This is a relentless pace,
Time out.
very grueling pace.
Time out.
Santos is
Whoop that
mixing up
ass.
the wrestling with the strikes very well. Landed some
Alright, I'm gonna
good
try to
knees.
eat these fucked up
Both ladies
tasting
damage here.
shrimps.
Nice job.
Leg takedown for Santos.
I need to buy my
trying
girl a
sort of
cooking book,
finish it
yo.
off here late in the round. Competitive first 5 minutes. Round 2 next.
My girl can't cook this shit, for real. My girl can't cook this shit, yo. She sucks. I'd rather eat McDonald's every day of the week, bro. That's how bad she is. Honey, this shit is so good right now. This shit tastes lovely. I'm fucking with ya. I'm just
If you
playing.
do what feels right, then
My
own
girl
your
could cut her
style.
ass off, y'all.
Philips One Blade.
Yep.
Your style made
She's
simple.
great.
There's always a way to make life better. Philips.
Alright, let me try to eat this. Bye. Thank God. Hey! Janice! Let me get that juice. Don't be coming out here with no attitude and shit. Don't be coming out here with no attitude.
UFC Fight Pass is bringing you 40 fights in 90 nights with a jam-packed schedule of live global combat sports this summer. Every week is Fight Week on UFC Fight Pass. Be first to see the stars of tomorrow from LFA and Victor FC, Cage Warriors,
Wasn't there
Submission
an open
Underground,
one?
and more. Step into
Oh,
our
you know
world,
bien.
UFCFightpass.com/schedule. So Molly McCann believes she has dropped the first round and needs these two.
Of course, she did. I mean, she knows that. That's smart to recognize that, right? You don't want to be delusional in there.
Yeah.
She came out very aggressive in round 2 already.
It was a nice
some
sense of
lovely
realism
food.
from her. She came out
My
hard
girl,
though.
man.
2 big
Thank you,
bites to
sweetheart.
start the round. She
For the
knows she's trying to
fantastic
get that
food.
takedown.
I appreciate
The corner
your
of
hard
Santos
work.
said, listen, all she's doing is moving backwards and throwing punches. And for the most part, that is Molly's game. She is a boxer predominantly. As we know, the game plan, though, is to take her down as well. They are fighting at an exhausting pace, though.
Yeah.
So Molly in her corner, they're banking on the fact that she's going to run out of steam. She's going to get tired. But I got to say, right now, neither lady is slowing down at all.
No, very good pace to this fight. And Molly has taken some big shots, but she's eating them and she's coming back. She's being aggressive, but Santos doing a really good job of just stifling all the takedown attempts. Here we go.
Almost.
Good job from Santos to stay on her feet.
Yeah, Santos is looking really good. Excellent takedown defense. Threatened a few of her own takedowns. Good Muay Thai. Using that range that she has. Good straight shots. The thing that Santos is doing better, she's mixing up the attacks. You know, she's using all 8 limbs. Molly is just using the hands predominantly. That makes it a little predictable. But she's doing good here. Nice knee.
And I like how she trapped that wrist.
Santos. That one got through.
McCann can take a shot, can't she?
Well, this Saturday, exclusively on ESPN Plus, we'll have a UFC Flyweight Championship fight. It's the rematch between Davison Figueiredo and Joseph Benavidez. Main card, 8 p.m. Eastern on ESPN Plus. Prelims can also be seen on ESPN at 5 p.m. Eastern this Saturday, July 18th.
Oh, nice kick.
Big kick to the body from Santos.
A nice slip though by Molly. She slipped a jab a second ago, came back with a nice right hand. Oh, good takedown.
Under 3 minutes here to go in round 2. We'll see what Santos can do. And she mounts her.
Oh shit, Simona
This is
McCann.
very good for Santos.
Molly's
Expect
fucked.
elbows from here from Santos as well.
You see the foot position, the battle that's going on with the feet?
Yep.
Molly's trying to
What
get
up,
the
Chris?
left leg flat on the mat, so then therefore she can turn to the side and begin to re-guard. She can get half guard and then go to full guard, but it all starts, she's got to get that leg flat on the canvas.
Yeah, she's lacing through the legs there, and that's good to keep your opponent down, but at some point you've got to let that go to really posture up to land shots. See here, she let it go, and Molly did scramble to get almost back to half guard at this point, but Santos is trying to lock up more, maybe there. She let it go. Nice into Dar's attempt here.
Yep.
She's
close. She's trying to grab the bicep. There
That's
it is.
tight, Mike.
It looks very tight.
Oh shit! I think she got Molly.
Two career wins by submission for Santos coming in.
Yeah, and still 1 minute and 40 seconds left here in round 2. That's a lot of time to really secure and tighten up this choke.
Those long arms, they're so beneficial for situations like this, to having the reach advantage of 6 inches. She's let it go,
Let it go.
It's good for Molly. That didn't look good for a second there.
Yeah, that was close.
Yeah. Molly's trying to get back up. She's got the whizzer. She's going to try and get that leg free. And now, beautiful work by Santos. Now just snatched her back out.
Grab that left ankle and put McCann back down. Coming up on a minute to go here, round 2.
She's got the arm trapped. Watch the knees.
I got to say, Santos looks sensational tonight.
Another takedown. Beautiful job. Right over to
That
Mount.
ball,
Again,
that's
she
left
laces
full
through the legs again.
Beautiful work. Just seems to be one step ahead.
Big
But
elbows.
Molly is fighting every single step
Watch
of
the
the way.
arm triangle.
Molly's got to be careful she doesn't give up her back. She's turning into her, trying to reclaim half guard. She's going to push on that knee. But Santos, you know, she's been in this position 1,000 times. She's one step ahead almost.
Right toes in that fence.
Nice elbow there from Santos.
So she's had a couple takedowns in this round and has done a lot with them. McCann is going to have some work to do if we hit that third.
Nice work by McCann to get the full guard. She can defend herself better here. Of course, she can go for submissions. It's also easier to get back to your feet, if you ask me. None of that's relevant, though, because the round is going to end.
Oh, big elbow from Santos late. Round 3 coming
Round's over.
If you do what feels right, then own your style. Philips One Blade, your style made simple. There's always a way to make life better. Philips.
All right, round 3 is brought to you by P3, the official
Molly McCann
protein
versus
snack
Tyler
of
Santos.
UFC. Paul, a clear
Santos
strategy
seems
out of that
like
McCann
he's gonna
corner.
take
They
this
want
one.
amateur boxing style here.
Yeah, you got to just touch, look for stuff. Score points. Right now, she's got to be aggressive. She's got to let her hands go. She's getting controlled on the ground. She's getting beaten up on the feet in the clinch, so she's got to figure something out. These knees from Santos are amazing.
Yeah, 2 big rounds for Santos here. They're calling for an amateur boxing style, in and out, score points. With the greatest of respect, I'm not sure that's the right idea. She wants to get on the inside and stay on the inside. Of course, got to be careful of the elbows and the knees and the tie clinch, but she needs a finish. If she's going to win this fight, she's going to get a finish. She can't outpoint her. She can't in and out and pepper her with jabs and 1-2s. She's going to put it on her, as they say, get in there and try and put her out.
Yeah, because even if you have the best round ever in round 3 and don't get the finish, you're losing this fight.
Correct. But this is what I like about Molly when I watch her fight. She knows this, she knows she's behind, she's got a sense of urgency, and she's fighting that way. Still in tremendous condition, you know, still working at a high pace. Nice footwork there, putting together a 2-3 combination.
Molly McCann continuing to switch up the footwork, lands a spinning attack there, but not with too much behind it.
But caught around the
well
liver.
placed,
She would have
but
put some
just didn't seem
power
to
to that. I
affect
think she would have probably
Yeah, see, but this is what she's got to do. I hate to say it. It seems like she's
Spinning
going for
backwards.
broke, well, because she has to at this point.
You know, the 6-inch reach advantage for Santos, that's so beneficial. You know, when you're this size as well, 6 inches is just gigantic.
I'm loving that front kick straight up the middle to the body as well from Santos. Really digging into the belly of Molly, and that's slowing her down. These little body shots, these knees, it's preventing Molly from having confidence to either go in for that shot aggressively because she knows the counter knee is right there.
Molly's starting to find her range on some big shots here, but Santos presses forward.
Yeah, she's landing.
Y'all ever seen street fights?
She has definitely landed some of these punches throughout the fight. It's just Santos finds a way, closes that distance. Here we go again.
Yeah, Santos
she seems to be the stronger fighter.
She's vicious. She's going for the kill. She's got real pop in her shots, landing good knees, some good elbows. Now she's in on a takedown as well.
That's
there
beautiful.
it is. I mean,
she
look
gets
at
that body lock and angle changes to the side and dumps her over her own leg.
It's a powerful takedown. And see how she's got one leg through the legs of the half guard?
That's even better sometimes.
It's way better because you're halfway to mounting. There's a real good mount pass, but she's trying to get a knee bar here. Molly's rolling for the knee. Santos is wise to it. She knows what's going on. And now she's past the side control.
Right over. Every time she's taken her down, it's been with that body lock. She dumps her to the side. And that takedown is brilliant because in a double leg takedown, you can end up getting your neck snatched up. You can end up getting triangled when you hit the ground. When that takedown, you always end up in side control in a dominant position.
Nicely done by Molly, though.
Neck crank. Oh.
Very nice counter, though, by Tyler, pardon me.
She's sitting here in half guard. She has no problem here. This is a position that she can really let her hands and elbows go. She's smart. She's going to try to land some big ground and pound here. She's going to try to control the legs here of Molly.
Looking for up kicks. I mean, this is what you got to love about Molly, though. Always fighting, always trying to throw something. She knows she's behind, so she's looking for that Hail Mary. She's looking for the knockout, you know. Got to be careful, though. Look at that. Trying to cinch up a Doris. There it is, see?
Yeah, she's got it. She's got the chin there. That's a beautiful job to keep Molly down, too. She's controlling the chin and controlling the head of Molly McCann. Nice job, circling to the back. She's going to let some big punches go here.
That sucks.
Molly doing everything she can to get back up to her feet, man. There's no doubt that she's a fighter who does not give up.
She's fighting her heart out. The problem is tonight, Tyler Santos looks outstanding. She looks the best she's ever looked. The striking is amazing.
Not even comparable to what we saw her debut until now.
Not comparable.
She looks like a true contender tonight.
Oh yeah, for sure. She looks like she'd give anybody a run for her money. For their money.
What a frame too she has for this flyweight.
Yes. So beneficial. But not just that. Not just the physical attributes.
30 seconds to go,
the
homies.
skill that's on display tonight.
Last round.
Yeah, grappling on point, wrestling on point, kickboxing on point. She's lacing those legs, man, and really making Molly McCann work extra hard.
Now she's trying to get a finish. With 15 seconds left, she's trying to finish this fight.
You gotta love that.
Molly, to her credit, still fighting, still trying to escape.
Finish her, but
still trying to do everything she can.
So the output does not wane down the stretch for Tyler Santos, and perhaps a coming out party for the Chateauguay du Sul native. Tyler Santos tonight, the official decision forthcoming from Fight Out.
Yep. You got that. So that street beefs that I was talking about is, I don't know, if you haven't seen it, that's kind of weird, because most people know what that is, right? If you like fighting, at least. Anyway, street beefs is a little organization they started up in Virginia, where they have backyard fights. You know what I'm saying? And it's been growing and growing since 2008. And yeah, it's been now, holy shit, 12 years already? That's crazy. Since 2008? Yeah, that's crazy. It's been 12 years and it's a lot bigger now. So you can go out there, you'll talk to the organizer and set up a fight, boxing or MMA. I've thought about, it's in Virginia, so it's kind of far, but I've thought before, like, making a little group of, I don't know, 2-3 people, even 5, getting a telly, and going out there and fight, bro. I'm not in condition to fight because my ass is out of condition, fat as fuck, but, I don't know, I'll do since I'm out of condition, I'll do a 1 minute rounds or some shit, or 2 minute rounds, 2-3 rounds, and throw hands for the fun of it, man. You know what I'm saying? Get a little practice, and it'll be cool if 2 or 3 people go out there. We all go out there and try to get fights, win, lose, draw, whatever. It's for the fun of it. It's the experience. Going out there, getting a fight, coming back, you know. But I don't want to go there by myself. It's a long trip. I gotta go with a few people, something. I don't know. Even if I'm the only one that's gonna fight, bring a few people. That would be cool, bro. That want to do the same shit from out here, CT. You know, get a few rounds in there. It'd be cool. So if anybody's interested in shit, plan doing something like that. Not for the next event though. Like probably 2 events down the road. So we can kind of at least get some exercise done, so we don't look so horrible going out there without catching our breath and shit. At least practice a little bit before going out there and get a little bit more condition. They give you time though. They give you like 2 months before the fights, so that's definitely enough to get a camp in, a little camp, something. It's not a unit camp shit. That shit would be some backyard shit, but that shit is tough, yo. It's legit and it's nice. I like it. I was seeing some fights last night. Motherfuckers be getting heated though. Don't like losing. But it is what it is, bro. You know what I'm saying? You amateur. That's the good thing about that. You're not going there to become the biggest champion. It's a little organization. You're going there to get the experience and the practice of fighting and feeling what it feels in a fight, how you feel and all that. So that eventually, if you are pursuing a career in mixed martial arts or boxing, you have a little experience. So it's good for amateur fighters that are in gyms fighting to go get fights there. You know what I'm saying? And shit like that. It's cool. So that's one thing I've had in mind I would love to do. I would like to do that. But I need somebody as fat as me so they don't have any advantages. You know what I'm saying?
Going forward in this flyweight division.
A Molly McKenna entrou nessa luta com muita coisa atrás dela, um momento bom na carreira. Essa luta te dá muita confiança na sua carreira?
Santos won.
Sim, essa luta me dá muita confiança. A Molly é uma menina dura, vem sempre pra cima. Está bem colocada no ranking também. Então, eu fico muito feliz de conseguir essa vitória em cima dela.
Yeah, this fight gives me a lot of confidence. You know, she's a very well-ranked fighter. She always moves forward, so having a win over her gives me really a lot of confidence.
Huge win for Tyler Santos tonight. Congratulations. Safe travels home. Boa noite.
Boa noite.
Boa viagem para casa. Parabéns pela vitória.
Obrigado.
Tyler Santos disposing of Molly McCann tonight and getting into the UFC win column for the first time. Well, when Davidson Figueiredo and Joseph Benavidez met for the UFC flyweight title earlier in 2020, we got anything but finality, anything but clarity. But this Saturday night, with some added heat and friction, Act 2.
Yeah.
127.5 pounds.
Figueiredo did miss weight earlier this morning. It is now only a title fight for Joseph Benavidez.
First thing I thought is like, dude was never gonna win anyway. I was the only one that came to win.
Figueiredo, in his words, says Benavidez always the bridesmaid, never the bride in this situation, and Figueiredo wants to spoil the party tonight.
They collided heavily. Oh, you see the blood straight away.
Benavidez appears to be opened up bad above his left eye. A big cut down. Davison Figueiredo ends it. Davison Figueiredo gets it done by knockout. And there will be no flyweight title won in Norfolk, Virginia tonight.
Yeah, a lot of blood.
Imagine working for something day in and day out for 15 years, almost having it, and then it being taken away from you. It's sad to lose a fight, but that one was devastating. Won the first round on every judge's scorecard, and I thought everything was going my way. And then the headbutt happened, and it rocked me, and it cut me. And, you know, the ref didn't catch it, and that perfect opportunity was squandered, but I've been through too much to let that stop me. I'm going to do what I should have done last time.
That was a good fight. So the winner is going to be fired. That's the one on Saturday.
He has that guillotine. City's tapping. Joseph Benavidez has done it again.
Uma cabeçada que ele deu em mim, né? Ele também é um cara que ataca com os olhos fechados, cabeça baixa. E foi aí que a gente se colidiu ali, cabeça com cabeça, e perdeu o foco da luta e eu nocauteou. Eu sou um tigre pronto pra pegar uma presa. O meu ataque vai ser feroz, ele não vai ter como fugir. Eu vou pra nocautear esse cara novamente.
And now Figueiredo buckles up. That is it.
When someone does something like that, you know, tag me off an illegal blow in a little split second before the ref stopped it, it just makes you want to actually hurt him.
John Benavides é um cara que já foi perigoso, hoje eu não acho ele mais perigoso. Esse é o meu momento.
Once you're talking shit, he's not dangerous no more. It's my time.
I'm the better fighter. I'll be more prepared. I have a ton more ways to beat him the longer the fight goes, and this time he'll be the one getting finished. I 100% believe that I'm the best in the world, and I'm looking forward to proving it.
Saturday, what happened?
Man, some strong words from Benavidez there. And let's take a look at the stats from the first fight that they had. Head strikes 28 to Benavidez, 8 strikes to the body, 10 strikes to the legs. And then that headbutt happens illegally. Blood starts dripping. Joe gets distracted. You got to run this one back. I'm glad this is happening. And I love the mentality that Benavidez is talking about when he's talking about this fight. That he's mad about this. He's coming into this. And Joe's already an aggressive guy who likes to hurt people. And now he's got a chip on his shoulder to really get this one back.
Yeah, that was a really bad headbutt. You could see the impact straight away. The blood started pouring. But prior to that, as the numbers showed, Benavidez was winning the fight. He was landing more frequently. But it wasn't, it wasn't like one-way traffic. I mean, look at that. What a beautiful defense, and that's what Joseph Benavidez has. So technical. On the flip side, of course, Deiveson Figueiredo hits so hard for this division, and both guys, tremendous grappling, good knockout power. But there it was, the shot that put him down, but that came after the headbutt. He was already stunned. He was already on shaky legs, and that punch just put a punctuation mark on it.
And another interesting layer to that title fight, Joseph Benavidez was already out of his 48-hour quarantine before Figueiredo had even arrived on Fight Island. He'll get out on weigh-in day. Perhaps something that could work against the Brazilian, but that is the headliner. Saturday, July 18th, main card airs exclusively on ESPN+. All right, coming up next, high stakes for a couple of bantamweight contenders turned featherweights for a night. At one point, Jimmy Rivera was 21-1 and looked destined for a UFC title fight tonight. He'll try to kickstart another run by slowing the roll of another bulldog, Cody Stamann. He lost his little brother last month. He has channeled those emotions into a competitive spirit that has really buoyed him as a fighter. And tonight, Stamann will try to produce on a big stage for the second time in as many months. The main card continues next.
I think we like to share music because it brings us together. It's something that makes us think and think about each other.
We listen to music when we're together.
That's like the main thing we do. It's like when we're traveling together, when we're talking together, when we're cleaning the house, everything.
I mean, that's how we connect,
I don't remember that one.
Can we take a selfie?
Yeah, let's take a selfie.
Yeah.
If you do what feels right, then own your style. Philips One Blade, your style made simple. There's always a way to make life better.
Tremendous visuals in every direction here on Fight Island. UFC Fight Night on ESPN is presented by Modelo. Felder's jonesing to throw hands.
I know, you read my mind. I'm looking at that.
I know.
I'm like, oh man, Eric Nixon
Get your pads ready. We're hitting in that octagon tomorrow.
Well, earlier tonight, the men on the marquee made their way to the arena. Methuen's Calvin Kattar wears his Massachusetts roots like a badge of honor. He is drawn on the leadership and success of the local sports teams en route to title contention. And tonight, he will try to get those heavy hands going and put himself in prime position with a finish in our main event. Same goal, though, applies for the streaking Hawaiian, Dan Ige. Perhaps this ascent to prominence has been improbable to some, but certainly not to those who know him well. This is a workhorse, a true rise to the occasion type of fighter, and another well-rounded featherweight who will try to capitalize on his first headlining opportunity in the UFC. All right, 8 fights down, 3 large ones to go. Let us get to the featured contest here at featherweight. Always prepared for battle. Coach Statement knew one day he'd face off with Jimmy Rivera, and tonight it shall be done. As the sport gets a fight that he believes could take his career to the next level. In one of the most complete performances of his MMA career, Cody Stamen extended his unbeaten streak to 3 last month with a hard-fought win over Brian Kelly. And tonight, the Spartan makes a quick turnaround to take on fellow contender Jimmy Rivera. Fired up for his first UFC start in more than a year, East Coast favorite Rivera is on a mission to get back in the title conversation while also adding to a stellar UFC resume that includes wins over Uriah Faber, Thomas Almeida, and John Dodson. But of course, Stamen is on a roll and is intent on keeping it going and making this a summer to remember. Coming up next will be Jimmy Rivera versus Cody Stamen.
Let me see. Bro, it's way too early. It's 7:15 a.m. in fucking Abu Dhabi right now? And this just started at... What time did this start? 7?
If you do what feels right, then own your style. Phillips One-Blade, your style,
they started fighting the prelims.
There's always a way to make life better. Phillips.
Wow.
Open. Remember having that feeling for the first time?
That's weird.
The first day you opened? Open. But there's a different question we are being asked now. Are you going to remain open even when your doors are closed? Open. There's another way to be open, to pull together or push, depending on
3 in the morning to warm up, and have a fight at 7.
And we will continue to make it work together, because open we stand.
That's what being a fighter is, though. You gotta be anywhere, anytime, anytime. Anywhere, anytime, sorry. You just gotta get to the place earlier, and I guess
Bud Light
get to the
Seltzer,
time.
available for delivery.
The Roundup Sure Shot Wand. It extends with a protective shield and targets weeds more precisely. It lets you kill what's bad right down to the root while guarding the good. Get everything you need for spring at roundup.com. Order today.
All set with your new Toyo tires. Go!
There's a UFC fighter in my truck.
That's Francis Ngannou. Every set of Toyo tires comes with toughness.
Awesome!
So if I put Toyo tires on my car, I get one too?
Yep.
I'll take him.
Yeah! Still got it! Yes! Woo! Yes! In your face!
This city always rallies back. And though we can't be here together, we will still come together because the U.S. Open has always been built for comebacks, rallies, and triumphant returns. The U.S. Open is open.
Right now, a movement of young people are stepping up to shred hate and choose kindness.
Join one of the largest anti-cyberbullying campaigns ever. Text SHRED to 38383.
DoSomething.org. Let's do this.
Staying healthy takes teamwork.
Remember to wash your hands often with soap and water for at least 20 seconds, and try to avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Help stop the spread of germs by making these easy habits part of your daily game plan. Thank you.
Habit. Motherfucker, that's not an easy habit because you're used to touching your face and doing shit like that. It's not easy to take that away.
Gosh.
You gotta be constantly thinking, I can't touch my face, and nobody does that. By the time you touch it, you're like, oh fuck, I touched it already.
All right, back live here on Yaz Island. Let's get you the tail of the tape for this featured bout to be contested at 145 pounds. Jimmy Rivera is 31, Cody Stamann 30. Stamann the taller man by a couple inches, but it is Rivera who will enjoy a 4-inch reach advantage. All right, now for the particulars, here's Bruce Buck.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC featherweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a freestyle fighter holding professional record, 19 wins, 2 losses, 1 draw. He stands 5 feet 6 inches tall, weighing in at 145 pounds. Fighting out of Sparta, Michigan, USA, presenting the number 9 ranked bantamweight contender in the world, Cody the Spartan Stamann. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner,
Come on, Jimmy, don't be a
mixed
bitch.
martial artist, holding professional record, 22 wins, 4 losses. He stands 5 feet 4 inches tall, weighing in at 145 pounds. Fighting out of Ramsey, New Jersey, USA, presenting the number 8 ranked bantamweight contender in the world, Jimmy El Terra Rivera. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Dan Mogaheady.
Final assignment of the night
Dan
for the referee, Dan Mogaheady. Camila Oliveira will be with us all night. Thank you, dear. Cody Stamann, even money underdog per Caesars Entertainment. Jimmy Rivera, the minus 120 betting favorite. And with that, we are underway. This fight clock is brought to you by Modelo. Rivera is in black, Cody Stamann in white. Wasting no time.
Both guys opened up really hard there. And these guys just are so evenly matched up in every way. I mean, if you look at the build, very, very similar skill-wise, skill set, very, very similar. Standings in the promotion, desire to win, you know, it's a tremendous matchup.
Ranked 8 and 9 respectively at 135 pounds, to your point.
Yeah, no real bad blood or anything between these two guys. Both guys respect each other.
And Rivera, not that he necessarily wanted to make up for lost time, but he really wanted to let it go tonight, get in that flow state early, and not chase the finish, but certainly perhaps have an uptick in the aggression, if you will. Inside leg kick for Stamann. Cody trying to make it 2 wins in as many months here in 2020.
You see Jimmy's just cutting off the cage, slowly forcing Stamann up against the fence before he goes to work. If he does that, if you back him up against the fence, nice body shot,
very nice.
And then comes up with a hook to the head as well. I was just saying, if you back them up against the fence, when you swarm on them with the combination or whatever the attack is, they've got nowhere to go. They can't back up. They've got nowhere to hide.
So Jimmy Rivera off to a pretty good start through a minute and a half here tonight. Well, it's the trilogy we've all been waiting for. Undisputed UFC heavyweight champion Stipe Miocic faces the former double champ Daniel Cormier in the most important fight in UFC heavyweight history. Legacy's on the line. UFC 252. Saturday, August 15th. You can purchase the pay-per-view through ESPN+.
Nice combination there by Stamann. Caught the kick, got him off balance, and as he got back up, good 3 punches.
Both guys so fast to react to things. As soon as they get knocked down, these guys pop right back up to their feet.
Nice. Same thing from both guys.
Rivera trying to make these knees count.
Yeah, they hurt, believe it or not. You know, they don't look like much. Obviously, there's no impact sound or anything like that. But let me tell you, I've taken a few of those in my time, and they
right into the muscle.
suck. They do. They dig into the muscle. They slow down your ability to walk, move around the octagon.
Nice takedown there from reversal
Look
from
at
Stamen.
this high-level stuff.
Cody Stamen, the former wrestling standout at Grand Valley State University.
Being really patient here, too, waiting to see what Rivera's going to do.
Yeah, Stamen's got the hands joined around the backside. That's ideally where you want to be. But Jimmy's got that hand on the canvas there. That's going to be problematic for Stamen. He needs to pull him away from the fence. Therefore, he can't use that fence as like a wall, which essentially it is. Nice work by Jimmy up to the feet, but Stamen still has the body lock. So Jimmy's still in danger of being taken down here. Oh, there they are. That's the heel as well.
Those are some
That's
good
the
ones.
heel to the toes.
Smashing roaches in there.
I like the changing up the tone there, Michael. That's good.
You like that, John?
I do. You're here all night, aren't you?
Just a little longer.
Yeah. Good statement, just not letting him go.
So strange, by the way, to go outside, you go to the bathroom.
Right.
The sun is out, guys. It's nice and sunny outside.
And it's hot. It's very hot.
Oh, it's only
Move Your Head has not told them to improve their position yet, which is surprising compared to earlier fights. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, there you go.
I told the ref. Maybe he heard me.
He heard you.
I shouldn't have said that. I'm sorry, Cody.
Less than a minute to go here in round one. Rivera trying to take advantage of this separation. You see the numbers there, all Jimmy Rivera thus far.
Nice leg kick counter.
Ooh, that one's done.
Some bruising already on the inside of that rear leg of Stamen. Nice counter.
Beautiful counter work there from Rivera. He's waiting for Stamen to overreach and then counters with his hook to the body, then comes upstairs to the head.
The speed of Rivera, when he lets those hands go, pieces the combinations together so nice.
And he does a good job of mixing up leg kicks, attacking the body with his punches, and going upstairs to the head.
Strong start for Jersey's Rivera. Right down to round two.
First round for us. Let's go.
If you do what feels right, then own your style. Philips One Blade, your style made simple. There's always a way to make life better. Philips.
When you walk into an Amazon fulfillment center, it's like walking into the chocolate factory and you want a golden ticket. All of these are face masks. This looks like a bottle of vodka. When we first got these, we were like, whoa! My 3-year-old, when we get a box delivered, screams, Mommy's work. With this pandemic, safety is even more important to make sure we go home safe every single day.
Well, you may have heard this Saturday, exclusively on ESPN Plus, we'll have a UFC Flyweight Championship rematch between Davison Figueiredo and Joseph Benavidez. Main card, 8 p.m. Eastern, prelim simulcast on both ESPN and ESPN Plus, prior at 5. All right, round two here, Cody Stamen and Jimmy Rivera. Stamen goes for the takedown early.
Immediately, look at that. I mean, and he completes it. But Jimmy just straight away refuses to accept the takedown, almost back to his feet. But this is exactly where the round, well, towards the end of the round anyway, but Stamen wastes no time, gets right back in that same position.
Eighth UFC appearance tonight for Cody Stamen, 5-1-1 coming in. Continuing to apply pressure on Rivera here up against the fence. We'll see if he chooses to change levels. Lowered his level there.
He's trying to separate the grip. He's working on a Kimura here. He's let it go. He's got the whizzer. He's trying to underhook the right arm. He's trying to pummel it in now. Nicely done. There it is. Now they got 50-50.
Nice
Nicely
job.
done by Jimmy, yeah, very technical work.
Going for his own takedown here. Can he lock his hands? He does. Gets the takedown. But Stamen, not easy to keep on his back, that's for sure. He's going to pop right back up using that fence. Oh, nice job for Rivera taking the back. He's got one leg over there, getting the hook. Going to use this position to just land some big punches. Similar to comes out earlier today.
Well, UFC Fight Pass is the new home for our UFC Unfiltered video podcast. This week, Jim Norton and Matt Serra are joined by Calvin Kattar as they discuss combat sports' hottest topics. Sign up and watch today.
Right in the body. Body, head, body.
Stamen reversing Rivera up against the fence now under 3 minutes here in round 2.
Obviously a lot of grappling in this fight, but it's high-level stuff, it's fast-paced, and it's absolutely grueling. And this is exhausting work. They're just so evenly matched, and they're so technical. The moment one person escapes, the next person, I mean, a second later, he has him in an advantageous position. Oh!
Looked like that at least partially landed, right, Mike?
Sounded like it as well.
I think Rivera's got to trust his hands a little more. When he lets them go, he's really landing big shots.
Well, the corner of Stamen said, don't hang out in the pocket with this man. In and out movement is what they call for.
Rivera began his UFC run at 5-0. That set up a main event with Marlon Moraes in June of 2018. That fight ended quickly and not ideally for Rivera, but trying to build himself back up here, and he wants that Petr Yan fight back in the worst way.
Jimmy is putting everything into every punch. He swings with every fiber in his body, trying to get that knockout. Stamen moving his head well, gets out the way most of the time. And they are so evenly matched.
Nice body shot from Rivera, now a knee. And
he really likes going to the body, and he does it well. And he's got that shorter center of gravity, and it works for him. But he always makes sure to finish upstairs. If he goes to your body, he doesn't hang out there and get counted.
Thwack to the inside of that rear leg of Stamen for Jimmy again.
Whack. That's a good way to describe that.
Under a minute now to go.
Jimmy was waiting there. He was trying to figure out which way Stamen was going to exit. Was he going to go left or was he going to go right? Then he was going to counter with a hook from that side. But as he was waiting, Stamen went forward with his own shot.
Perhaps you'll see a shot here late in the round from Stamen. Ooh, big connection by Rivera. Not quite as much action here in round 2. Beautiful stiff jab from Cody.
Oh, look at that, nice.
Oh, beautiful short left for Rivera late in round 2.
If you do what feels right, then own your style. Philips One Blade, your style made simple. There's always a way to make life better. Philips.
Round 3 is brought to you by P3, the official protein snack of the UFC. And a hugely important 5 minutes in terms of the career trajectory for both of these guys. And Luis Gaudino, Paul, in the corner of Jimmy Rivera, agrees with your analysis. Well, he's got to pull the trigger.
Yeah, that's when he's letting his hands go, he is landing, and he's landing hard, and they're clean. His defense is still there. There you go, another left hook. So I agree with Lewis. He's just got to trust it. It's just tough to say. You know, you coming off a loss, you want to go in there, you want to get that W.
Yeah, Jimmy's certainly controlling the octagon, and when he lets the hands go, I mean, the speed is just insane, so fast. Stamon's doing good work as well, but for the most part, when they're clinching, when they're striking, exchanging blows, he's looking for a takedown. That's exactly what I was going to say. And then there it is, and he's in deep there. He switches to a single.
Really good defense there from Rivera.
Yeah.
Outstanding takedown defense. No UFC fighter has taken him down more than once in any UFC appearance. Stamon's got one tonight thus far unofficially. Rivera fights and gains the underhook.
Nice call for head position.
Yeah, they're calling for head position there. They want it from the left side to the right side so they can drive Jimmy's forehead or top of the head right into the face of Stamen, make it uncomfortable, and then if he goes to drive his body down that direction, of course, the head will help, almost like a third hand.
A second call there for Rivera to improve that head position.
And
rips the knee to the body.
Yeah, and he did it. He did exactly what his corner's asking. That's good. He just needs to trust in his hands. It's what got him here to the show, right? Been watching Jimmy Rivera knock dudes out from the regional scene on the East Coast.
Yeah, turned pro all the way back in 2008. Just turned 31 last month.
Ooh, ripped the body nicely there.
And Stamen has his moments, right? He's throwing his hands too and he's landing, but Jimmy just throws a few more and stays there and lands cleaner.
Yeah, Stamen needs to get busier. He's not doing enough right now. You know, he's kind of reacting to what Jimmy's giving him, and you got to be first sometimes. You got to lead the dance. You got to try and, you know, be offensive, not just reacting.
Significant strike numbers unofficial, but 50-15 for Jimmy Rivera right now.
Wow, that's a significant lead.
And that sort of dovetails with the live betting line you may have seen a moment ago. Good shot from Stamen, but Rivera stays upright.
Yeah, his balance is so good. Hops back on one leg up to the fence, then he can lean on the fence to obviously remain upright. Really, really good work.
Eat that wizard.
Well, if you couldn't make it to Yaz Island, you can head over to UFCstore.com to get all of your Fight Island apparel and support your favorite fighters as well. Shop official event tees, walkouts, and fighter tee designs. Start shopping now at UFCstore.com. Any Felder merch over there or what?
I'll have to check.
Fight kit?
Yeah, it's sunscreen.
There you go. You know what to do. You know what to do.
SPF 1000.
Hey, Jimmy's got that locked in there.
That's tight.
And, you know, when you look at the frame of these guys,
that's
one thing they have, yeah, the guillotines. I mean, look at Uriah Faber. He built a career on that show.
Right.
They've got short arms. They've got incredible power. If he can jump down and get full guard, the problem is Stamen has nice work. Nice work.
When you can hear the decals rubbing against the glove,
Yeah.
you hear that squeaking noise.
Less than a minute now to decide this one. Stamen
Sounded like a
seems
fart.
committed to
He
the
had to make
takedown,
that
but Rivera
He said that should put all the
seeing that
decals on the
takedown
seat
defense
when you
hold up
move.
as usual.
I
Stamen
think that was
unofficially
gas,
1 for
buddy.
5 now on his attempts.
Nice counter there from Stamen.
He's countered effectively tonight.
Look at that, Jimmy putting it together now. Trying to get that combination that his coach has called for. 30 seconds left. Jimmy's certainly pouring on the pressure.
Stamen's right hand is good.
Swinging a little wild, exactly, and that left the opening for Stamen to counter with the right.
Final seconds of this one. Oh, beautiful left hook Jimmy Rivera, who outstrikes Cody Stamann tonight. We'll see if the judges agree with that assessment. The official decision coming up next from Abu Dhabi. Stay with us.
Can they change the commercial? Jesus Christ. The only thing they show is the same fucking commercial. Oh,
If you do what feels right, then own your style. Philips One Blade, your style made simple. There's always a way to make life better. Philips.
Continuously the same fucking commercial. Oh, God. Trying to make the Army commercial all nice. Learn technology. Learn this. Learn the language.
Well, it's the only Formula One track in the world that runs
they don't
through
say
a hotel.
get shot
Just
in your
happens to be our
ass.
host
Don't
hotel
take
here
it to
on
Iraq.
the Yaz Island in Abu Dhabi. You should have
They don't
seen
say
some of our
that.
colleagues
Get
on the bikes,
decapitated
how
when
slowly
you
they
get
were
caught.
going. You're going there tonight, is that right?
Yeah, we're gonna go ride and race some cars. Well, I'm not racing some cars, right? Well,
Tomorrow.
it's tonight.
Oh, that is correct. Technically, it's tonight.
We have no idea what day it is here on Fight Island. Time doesn't
Heads are
exist.
falling off.
Oh. All right, the scorecards. They are in. They reside with Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. The judges score the contest 30-27, 30-27, and 29-28 for the winner by unanimous decision, Jimmy El Terra Rivera.
So 8 days ago, Michael Jimmy Rivera did not have a fight on the books, and now he has a big win over another top 10 contender. That's a huge one for Jimmy Rivera tonight.
Yeah, listen, both guys played it a little cautious because they respected each other's skill sets, and it was a very evenly matched contest as we saw. But the judges got it right. Jimmy was busier, he defended the takedowns, he landed more shots, the cleaner shots, and he put together some nice combinations. Stamann, was kind of gliding around the outside of the cage, looking for takedowns, which he got 1 or 2, but for the most part, wasn't successful for him.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. He just never committed. And even Jimmy Rivera, I feel like if he had really let his hands go, I think he might have been able to knock Stamann down or hurt him a little more than he had. But it's still a beautiful performance, nice takedowns, good takedown defense. And when he let those hands go to the body and to the head, they were really good. Let's take a look at some of his work from tonight. Beautiful counter here, right off that leg kick from Stamann, knocks him down. You can see the inside of Stamann's leg there from some of the inside kicks of Jimmy Rivera. There's one right there, chopping away. He's very strong. Here's Stamann, does get this takedown, and that is his favorite go-to takedown, the body lock. Picks him up like a mat return. Nice knee. Just luckily glances over the chest of Jimmy Rivera first. Here's that left hook. That is Jimmy Rivera's punch. He turns his whole body into that, throws a perfect left hook. Congratulations, Jimmy Rivera. And now he's with my man, John Anik.
All right, Paulie, thank you very much. We are now joined, of course, by the UFC bantamweight contender, Jimmy Rivera. Congrats on a dominant striking performance tonight. How do you feel about things overall?
Not so good. I took it last minute. I could tell what my cardio is, and I just used my skill instead of push the pace. So obviously I'm not happy with the win. I'm just looking to get back in there, but definitely got to boost it up. I just had a couple weeks to get ready for, had a couple days to get ready for a fight.
And of course, when you came here, you had to quarantine and deal with all of that. But for those who don't know, it's been a challenging year for you and your family. This is your first fight since June of last year. I'd imagine getting your hand raised is really all that matters as you go back to Jersey.
It is, man. But I'm a perfectionist, and I want to do better. I want to get the finish. My last performance against Jan was one of my best performances. I learned the hard way not to coast at the last 15 or 20 seconds around. If you notice, I wasn't coasting at the end of the round. I was just trying to throw. But it was hard to get my groove off. Cody was playing it smart, and I didn't want to run in. But at the same time, I felt a little bit of the gas tank. So obviously, I got to get my cardio better, and hopefully, I can get a little longer of a camp. going before I take a fight.
All right, before we let you go, one thing you have absolutely done tonight, young man, is regain your momentum. Realistically, how much time do you need before you can spin it back around and get back in there?
You know, I'm feeling pretty good right now, so I'm hoping like in 4 to 6 weeks I can get a fight in there. I got to talk to Sean and got to talk to my management to deal with that. I just want to get back to the drawing board, get back in better shape, so this way when I come in on a fight, I can really give a better result for the fans watching at home than just 1 or 2 shots here and there.
Well, I know it's been a whirlwind for you, but we look forward to the next one, of course, back down at 135 pounds. Safe travels.
Real quick, guys, real quick. I'm putting the post up tonight. I didn't do it on purpose. When you guys go to Jim Rivera Instagram, Susie, she's one of the best people, one of the greatest people here in the UFC that I hired. She's going through cancer. My aunt died of cancer right here, Kathy. And I'm putting a post up. Please go to GoFundMe on my Instagram. I'll put the link and everything so you guys can donate. I'm putting it on tomorrow morning for you guys back home so you guys can see and hear her story. And she's a great person. Susie, I love you. I hope all goes well.
Thank you so much, Jimmy. The outpouring of love and support for our makeup artist, Susie Freeton, continues. Super nice of you to offer up that gesture tonight, and a big win for Jimmy Rivera. And it was a huge Saturday night a few days ago for the strawweight contender, Amanda Ribas. Opened up the pay-per-view main card, Michael, against Paige Van Zandt. And this woman has a serious fan base after what she was able to accomplish a few days ago.
Yeah, and I'm not surprised. What you saw just there is basically how she lives her life. A little ball of energy, always a big smile, super friendly, and the woman can really do it all. I mean, against Paige Van Zandt, it was the judo, and then it was the jiu-jitsu. But we saw in the other fights that she has fantastic striking. Look at this. Beautiful armbar. She pushes on the head. She gets the leg over there, and then from here, it was only a matter of time. And you see the arm is deep in the armpits, and therefore the armbar is very, very deep. Paige Van Zandt had no choice but to tap. There it is. And as I said, the striking is there, the conditioning, the personality. Oh, yeah. I mean, this woman is a star in the making, and here she is enjoying the fights right behind me tonight with, again, that award-winning smile, Paul.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, she's great, super energetic, just charming, and not to mention, a fantastic fighter on top of all that.
And she's dancing over our shoulder because they're playing her walkout song right now, but her post-fight interview added to what was just a huge night overall for the budding superstar, Amanda Ribas. All right, look at some upcoming UFC action on the calendar. Next Saturday, you got the flyweight title fight between Figueiredo and Benavidez on ESPN+. Then next Saturday, July 25, UFC Fight Night, Whitaker versus Till. That one will be simulcast on both ESPN and ESPN+. Saturday, August 1, we'll be back in Vegas for UFC Fight Night, Holm versus Aldana, and our return to pay-per-view. Saturday, August 15th, heavyweight champs Stipe Miocic and Daniel Cormier will complete their trilogy at UFC 252. All right, now to get you primed for tonight's co-main event, here is Megan O'Leary.
Thank you so much, John. Well, top 15 flyweight Tim Elliott believes he has made the changes that will best set him up for success tonight inside the octagon. Now back in Kansas City for his fight camps, Elliott believes he has the right mix of coaching and training partners to get back to his winning ways and work towards title contention once again. But looking to crack the top 15 is Texas's Ryan Benoit. Moving his training camp to the Big Apple, Benoit is a 7-year veteran of the organization and anticipates making a statement with this co-main event slot. It's a big one at 125, and it's up next after the break.
Theoretically, my only job today is to keep my kids alive and clean the house and find a plumber. So I use Thumbtack to hire whoever I need. Thumbtack has everyone. I can find pros who are a good match and check all the reviews and prices. I don't have to make any phone calls or give out my number. I can just book right in the app. I mean, I could be the one out there cleaning the gutters, but then I'd miss out on all this. Thank you. Thank you, hon. Find your people. Download Thumbtack today.
I'm scared.
Of what?
Us.
for steam, but we will not be going there after tonight's main event. We'll be recapping all the action on the UFC Fight Night post show on ESPN Plus. Megan O'Leary, Michael Bisping, and Paul Beller join me to break it all down right after the headliner. It is exclusively yours on ESPN Plus.
Imagine.
All right, 2 fights to go. That includes the co-headliner, which is upon us, not now, but right now. A veteran used to the big fight shine in the UFC, Tim Elliott expects that experience to come in handy tonight for this co-main event clash against the highly motivated Ryan Benoit. Veteran flyweights Tim Elliott and Ryan Benoit are determined to get into the title conversation, and the best way to expedite the process is to emerge victorious tonight and send a message to their peers.
I think it's going to be bombs away the entire time, not just from my side, but from Tim's side. I think that we're going to bring a very entertaining, wild fight.
I want to pick him apart. I want to take him into deep water. I want to drown him. I want to punish him. I want to go as long as I can in the fight and just dominate as much as possible.
A former world title challenger who has the skill set to beat anyone in the division, Tim Elliott earned his stripes over 2 stints in the UFC and on the Ultimate Fighter. And when he steps into the octagon tonight, he will do so with a battle-tested resolve that he expects will lead him to another win.
I just don't see anywhere in this fight where he's better than me. I know he's tough. I know he's got some good power. But I really feel like stylistically this is a perfect matchup for me.
Plagued by injuries and some misfortune, Ryan Benoit returns tonight, intent on displaying the form and produce big wins over Sergio Pettis, Freddie Serrano, and Oscar Montari. And if he's on top of his game tonight like he expects to be, the Texan is confident that a career-best performance will follow.
I've bounced in and out of the rankings constantly, so being able to beat a former title contender, title challenger, is going to put me right back in the spot where I want to be.
But I'm rooting for you. Can't be in the UFC. You don't know how to fight.
If you do what feels right, then own your style. Phillips One Blade, your style made simple. There's always a way to make life better.
If you have a garden, you know weeds are low-down little scoundrels. Don't stoop to their level. Draw the line with the Roundup Sure Shot Wand. It extends with a protective shield and targets weeds more precisely. It lets you kill what's bad right down to the root while guarding the good. Roundup Sure Shot Wand. Roundup brand. Trusted for over 40 years. Get everything you need for spring at Roundup.com. Order today.
All set with your new Toyo tires.
Go! There's a UFC fighter in my truck.
That's Francis Ngannou. Every set of Toyo tires comes with toughness.
Awesome!
So if I put Toyo tires on my car, I get one too?
Yep.
Well, at least I got rotations. I could break.
Him.
It could have been worse.
Still got it! Yes!
Had no rotations, no nothing.
Yes!
You have to wait.
Your face!
Whatever.
The internet can be wild sometimes. I get terrible stuff on social media, in my DMs.
But the good news is that we can do something about it.
Right now, a movement of young people are stepping up to shred hate and choose kindness.
Help us flag and report hate accounts on Instagram and elsewhere.
Sign up to shred hate, choose kindness with DoSomething.org, ESPN, MLB, and No Bully.
Text SHRED to 38383.
DoSomething.org. Let's do this.
The American Red Cross urgently needs blood and platelet donations and asks all healthy donors to schedule an appointment to give now. With the coronavirus outbreak, it is important to maintain a sufficient blood supply. Your blood donation is critical and can help save lives. Please, schedule an appointment today. Download the Blood Donor app, visit redcrossblood.org, or call 1-800-RED-CROSS today. You can make a difference.
It's lights out and away we go! Game on here. What a race drive that was. Formula One is back.
You've made a mask from a t-shirt, burned cookies, called your mom. Now it's time to get out and play. Tennis. It lets you keep your social distance without being socially distant. Let's get out and play.
All right, the co-main event is upon us. The flyweights have entered the octagon. They are Tim Elliott, 33, and the 30-year-old Ryan Benoit. Elliott taller by a couple inches, 2.5-inch reach though.
Ryan Benoit.
Advantage on the other side with Ryan Benoit.
It's
All
like
right, now here's
Benoit,
Bruce
but
Buffer.
literally Benoit.
Ladies and gentlemen, this
My
is
boy French.
the
And he always told me that that's how it's pronounced. Because his name is Benoit also, just like this. But it's pronounced Benoit, not Benoit.
Flyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue
Who knows? He
corner,
knows his
a
own
mixed martial
last name
artist,
better than
holding
I do.
professional record, 10 wins, 6 losses. He stands 5 feet 5 inches tall, weighing in at 126 pounds. Fighting out of Dallas, Texas, USA, Ryan Babyface Benoit.
Let's go, man. Let's go.
And now introducing his opponent.
Show this
fighting
man what you made
out
of.
of the red corner, a freestyle fighter holding a professional record, 16 wins, 11 losses, 1 draw.
Oh,
He
yeah.
stands
Whoop his ass.
5 feet 7 inches
11
tall,
losses.
weighing in at 125 pounds. Fighting out of Lee Summit, Missouri, USA, Tim!
Sorry, guys. It was my bad.
And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Mark Goddard.
Mark Goddard, our referee for the co-main event tonight between Tim Elliott, a -150 betting favorite,
Come on, baby
and
face.
Ryan
Whoop his
Benoit, who
ass.
comes back in the +130 range. Flyweight belt will be on the line this Saturday night. And these guys trying to make a statement during a big week. This fight clock is brought to you by the U.S. Army. Tim Elliott in black, Ryan Benoit opens up southpaw here. He's in blue.
Tim Elliott has not stopped dancing and moving and smiling from the moment he stepped in the octagon. Certainly happy to be here tonight. On the flip side, you see the intensity from Benoit. Oh, almost got him there. I think in this fight it's fair to say, sorry Paul, Benoit's got the striking advantage, got the power advantage.
Yes,
and Elliott
definitely the
for
power,
sure
yep.
has, I would say, the grappling advantage.
Yeah, he doesn't stay still. Like you just talked about, his fighting style and his grappling style is just like how he was standing in the cage, dancing around, moving around. That's how he grapples. It's nonstop. You think you have a read on him, you think you're making adjustments, and he flips the script on you. And right now it's Elliott that's pressing Benoit up, backing him up against the fence.
Benoit had some real flashes of brilliance his last time out on the feet. Last December in South Korea, that was up a division. But felt like he kind of got away from a lot of the strikes that were working in that fight and ended up on the wrong end of a split decision.
Tim doing a good job with that lead leg. Just keeps chipping away to the midsection. Little push kicks, little teeps to the stomach. Just keeping Benoit away, not letting him get in boxing range.
Yeah, and I think right now Benoit is just trying to make some reads and figure Tim Elliott out. When you're facing Tim Elliott, you know there's going to be some strange movement. He doesn't throw things in any traditional manner, so you've got to take a little bit. Sometimes you got to give away a few strikes to kind of figure out, well, what's he going to do? What are his tendencies? Even though he's awkward, it doesn't matter how awkward you are. Even in that awkwardness, John, like, there's tendencies there, right? There's things that you do. If you dip to a certain way, you go to a certain side, and I think Benoit's just trying to make reads on that at the moment. You can tell, look, it's not that he's backing up and afraid. There you go. Now he made a read. He said, okay, that leg's there.
Yeah, he's taking his time. He's seeing what Tim's going to give to him and seeing what he can react to. I mean, those kicks that I said, those little... Oh! Look at that. That's what he knocked out Ashkan Mkhitaryan with. My word. That power, there it is. The first kick that he really threw, or the first strike that he committed to was dynamite.
Nice right hand there from Benoit. And Elliott did level change. He tried to get the fight to the ground, and Benoit stuffed it, framed out, and got back to distance. It's clear that he wants to keep this out here and use that power, use those kicks. But Elliott landing strikes. So as we talk about that, Tim is still touching, poking with that front kick.
They don't hurt though. They're more of an annoyance. It's more to keep you at bay, more to keep you at range, and to give you something to think about.
Yeah, I think it's just a distraction.
Yeah,
I think he eventually wants to grapple, but he's going to be, throw out some front kicks. I'll get you to commit, and then level change and come underneath.
Tim Elliott just competed on May 30th. James Krause, as Benoit goes high again, and now sticks the right hand. Wanted him to take some time off, but loved this matchup so much that they signed on the dotted line. Elliott trying to get Benoit down.
And that's a takedown Elliott usually gets, and Benoit just stuffed it. That's a big feather in the cap there for Benoit in this fight.
And Tim clipped him with an elbow on the break as well.
Some crazy injuries over the course of Ryan Benoit's career. Bicep rolled up into his shoulder at one point. Had a broken and displaced rib that went within an inch of his liver, which was pretty emergent.
That one's pretty crazy, man. That's where people don't realize this sport, these things happen, man. Even in training, whether it's in a fight or training, you break these ribs, they can collapse your lung, they can go and poke into your liver.
Right.
Nice job.
Unless, of course, you have a iron lung, John.
I knew it was coming, took it out of my mouth.
Come on, Paul, don't be so predictable. We get it, you're tough.
I know. I used to be. Or am I still?
Well, I'll tell you what, Tim Elliott's tough because he took that, didn't even react. Didn't respond, but as you can see, the game plan's clear, right?
Yeah.
And you nailed it, Paul. He's trying to get the takedown. He's using those kicks to keep him at bay. And then when Benoit throws a shot, he's waiting at the end of the shot. Look at that. Nice work. Grabs a single leg, swings him up in the air.
Beautiful work from Benoit.
Look at
that. That's
that.
the jiu-jitsu from New York you see right there. That was a beautiful scramble on the leg. Used the leg to get back up to his feet.
Yeah, Henzo Gracie watching somewhere probably in New York.
Nice jab there.
Shouts out Henzo.
As well.
Yeah, Danaher.
And Gary Tonin watching right here on Fight Island in Ryan Benoit's corner. Late takedown for Elliott in the left hand. Good start to the co-main event. We're right back.
Verizon knows how to build unlimited right. You start with America's most awarded network, the one with unbeatable reliability 13 times in a row.
This network is one less thing I have to worry about.
Then you give people more plans to mix and match, so you only pay for what you need.
Verizon Unlimited plan is so reasonable, they could stay on for the rest of their lives.
You include the best in entertainment, and you offer it all starting at $35, because everyone deserves the best. This is Unlimited built right, only on Verizon.
It was a dark night in drive-thru land. The people had grown tired of greasy burgers and gut bombs. But then, 3 heroes emerged. Their savory sauces brought courage. Their juicy tomatoes brought might. Their roast chicken brought the taste of roast chicken. They were called Arby's New Market Fresh Wraps. And everyone ate happily ever after at the end. Arby's, we have the meat.
UFC Fight Night is presented by Modelo. Tim Elliott would appear to be in outstanding shape tonight. He had a lot of praise for Clint Wattenberg and all the staff at the UFC PI. Correct me if I'm wrong, but he didn't even used to water load, right, Paul? Was he the guy?
I'm not sure.
It's been a long couple days, kid.
Yes, John. Correct. But we're going to have fun on that racetrack.
I think that's the first time I've seen somebody like walk backwards towards their opponent at the start of the round. Interesting approach.
To say the least.
James Krause telling him, love the energy, but just,
calm down.
Calm down a little bit. Let's not expel it all on the minute break. Oh my word! That was technically connected. But Tim Elliott, man, he's tough because that connected.
Yeah, and then landed a few nice punches of his own there.
Yeah.
And that's what James Krause is asking for. He said, you got to throw a few, a couple more punches on top of that counter to the push kick. You throw that push kick, and then you got to let your hands go a little more. So that's what they're looking for out of Tim Elliott in this second round.
A lot of feints out of Ryan Benoit. Landed the left hand there.
Anything interesting happened when I left?
Just out of range of that left hook.
For the boss,
Well,
watching
UFC
back
Fight
there.
Pass invites you into the world of combat sports, the ultimate source, the immersive experience, the always-on network with authentic content, in-depth original programming, and unique access to live events all in one place. UFC Fight Pass is always in your corner. Step into the world, UFCFightPass.com.
Really nice work from both guys here. Letting go with the hands. Elliott kept firing back after Benoit's shots. Benoit, oh, nice uppercut. They're really starting to warm up now. Letting it go.
First one.
Nice uppercut again from Benoit.
The first one.
Nice straight right. No telegraphing it. Straight down the middle. Nice jab. Really like the hands I'm seeing out of Benoit tonight.
Yeah, no, he looks great.
But Elliott's still pressuring. Takedown from Benoit, but he's stuck in a guillotine. That doesn't really seem to
roll him over.
He's looking to change the grip here.
He's under the chin as well.
I think he's going to get out. Oh, he's deeper now. Now he's going to mount a guillotine. See Elliott trying to adjust his grip, but I think because of that, he's going to lose it.
Pretty good job defensively by Ryan Benoit.
Yeah.
That was close.
Under 2.5 here to go round 2, Mike.
Yeah, this is huge for Tim Elliott, though. He never got the submission, but now look at this. Full mount. Probably the most dominant position in mixed martial arts. And he does have the grappling advantage, I would say.
Yeah, this is great because to get up, Benoit's got to either push on the hips, expose himself for punches, or turn his back. Worst thing he could possibly do against somebody like Tim Elliott. Gets his guard back almost full. Still got that one butterfly hook in there. Expect him to push on that knee and step over in the half guard. And from there, he can start letting his ground and pound go. But he seems content here. That's strange. I would think he would want to push on that knee and really flatten Benoit out and lay on him and land some punches and elbows.
Yeah, he's got to be careful, though.
See, he's giving himself an opportunity. A knee bar. That's tight.
Oh,
God, that's
shit.
tight. Oh, Tim Elliott is tough, man.
Oh,
He's fighting.
shit. He's in pain.
He's going for a heel hook on the other side.
It's not quite on, though.
Wow, you saw the grimace on his face.
I did.
Whoa. I thought he was about to quit.
Yeah, Benoit went to adjust it, John, and that's what caused him to get out of it. Now they're just tangled up in all kinds of stuff I don't know anything about.
Benoit needs to take that foot and bring it to the other side of his body, and then he can do a heel hook.
Right, and I think that's why he still holds on to it, right, Mike? He still thinks, depending on where, nice job there for both guys to get out of that position.
I like this dude, Benoit, whatever the fuck his name is.
Incredible transition there. 40 seconds now to go in round 2.
Come on, man.
See how Elliott has effectively mixed it up tonight.
Talking that shit earlier. He's above your
really
level.
using the kicks.
Talking that shit while you using
Obviously,
your
you see Benoit, he's headhunting. He wants to knock him out. But
But
Benoit obviously showing the jiu-jitsu skills out there. That was a beautiful sweep to the leg lock knee bar there.
Excuse me, Paul. A big left hand from Ryan.
Oh, nice right hand.
Look at that.
Elliott being aggressive, though.
Looks like Tim's slowing down a little bit here.
Beautiful switch attempt there.
Shit, now he's trying to catch him with the
Now
same shit
Tim's
he
got
was
an
caught
angle,
with.
but doesn't really have the angle to finish here.
Oh, yes, come on.
Oh, nice elbows, though. He's got to watch 12 to 6, though. I guess they're not technically.
These are the Benjamin Moore independent retailers that have been serving their communities for generations. They want you to know that many of them are open and are offering delivery or curbside pickup. If you have a need, these small businesses will continue to be there for you, safely.
Been trying to fix the stream a little better by better. Yesterday I was watching the stream report. I got a stream report.
At Domino's, we're delivery
and
experts.
I
So
saw
when it comes
that
to carry
one of the
out, our
boxes
team
was
members had a
yellow,
few
was telling
thoughts
me
on
it
how
had
to
a
make it even
problem.
safer and more
So I was
convenient.
reading
Deliver
it.
it.
What the fuck
Deliver
is
it.
this? Why is it yellow?
Delivery.
And it said I had to change something in intervals or some
So
shit
we
to
went with
number
what we
2.
do best.
So
Delivery
that
to your car.
the stream
Introducing
looks better
Domino's
or
car
something
side
like that.
delivery.
So there's no
We do the carrying out for you, contact free, while you conveniently stay in your car.
So I
Just pull up
changed
at the
that. I
store,
think I
check in
got it.
online, and we bring
Now
your
I
food
gotta
to you.
see
Try Domino's car side
if
delivery
it's
next
true,
time
if
you
it
carry
looks
out 3
better
topping
now.
pizzas for $7.99 each.
Because I don't know. I'm not watching the stream. I would have to
Round
go
3
back
is
and
brought to you
watch
by
parts to
P3,
see
the
if
official
it looks better
protein
or
snack
something.
of UFC.
Or if it's still the same.
Tim
Well, at
Elliott
least I
just
got it
said he
figured
loves
out,
this
so
stuff.
that's what
I cleaned
matters.
up the cuss, but there's no denying his energy. Yeah, James Krause wants him to sort of sit on what they believe is a lead here if he can get a takedown, Mike.
Yeah, they said, I want you to turn it into a boring fight. I'm also cleaning it up. But what he means by that is, I'm assuming, I'm deciphering. I think he wants him to get a takedown and control him on the round, to play it safe, take him down, and just get some control time. And if he does that, you know, they think he's ahead on the scorecards. I think it's 1-1. Nice elbows, though. That was good work.
And that forced a retreat from Ryan Benoit.
Yeah, I agree with you, Mike. I think this is a much more important round than they realize right now.
Trying to do
nice knees there, elbow work.
Oh, this is great work.
Some people out there, of course, think Ryan Benoit might be up 2-0, so certainly looks like a close fight from our vantage point. But Elliott off to an aggressive start here, round 3.
You're so bad at that, right? When you're in the moment, you're actually watching these fights and assessing them and talking about it. It's hard to really keep track of everything. If you're sitting at home and watching these things, sometimes it's easier for you to tell who's ahead.
That was a beautiful knee by Tim Elliott, right up the middle, found the mark, landed perfectly flush on the chin. He's trying to lock up like a modified choke here, yeah, but I don't know.
Yeah, it was tight enough just to get him off of that leg, Mike.
Yeah, just to give him something to think about.
Exactly.
Tim Elliott having some issue, maybe a dislocated finger or something that he's working on.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there.
Maybe a finger's coming out of the glove or something. Nice jump work.
Somebody came out the socket, he's trying to put it back in.
Looking like a professional boxer there.
Elliott's still working on that ring finger. And again.
Yeah, that's a bad thing to have going on with somebody like Benoit in there who sees you doing that. He's still working his jab beautifully, though. You can hear James Krause loving it over in the corner.
Elliott hasn't thrown that right hand since it was compromised to whatever degree.
Beautiful head.
I'm surprised we haven't seen that left kick from Benoit, Mike. If that right hand is compromised from Elliott, he's got such a nice left hand kick.
That's a good point. Both guys are tied here. I mean, tremendous pace fight.
Nice right hand, right?
Good right hand stick.
Yeah, Benoit's slowing down. He really can't even take advantage of this injury. Potential injury, we don't know. Maybe it's a glove malfunction, dislocated finger, broken finger.
Well, he hasn't thrown it yet.
No, it's 100% bothering him. That's just a fact. But he's still able to clinch, yeah, but not hold it.
Benoit started to put the punches together there. That was a nice 3-punch combination.
And I like how he switched southpaw to land the power shot with the hand that he still has that's not compromised at the moment.
Benoit's looking for a knockout now. Started to chase it. Started to throw with a sense of urgency. I mean, this is still probably anybody's fight. I mean, you know, if you ask me, I think it's 1-1 going into the third. And this round's been very even. Started off, Tim landed some nice jabs. There they are again. Benoit's pressured well, landed some good power shots. Very close fight. Both guys very evenly matched.
Well, if you like unofficial numbers, Tim Elliott has landed at a higher clip. He has outstruck him 79-44 on these significant strikes, and he's been the busier guy as well. You see the numbers in round 3 for Tim Elliott.
Yeah, he's doing a really good job, even despite this, you know, finger problem he's got going on. He's just so loose, and he has not stopped bouncing around one time. He eats a shot there, though.
He is loose, as you say.
Oh, man. He's really looking for that takedown now. He's getting hit with some good shots here from Benoit.
Look at these.
But he comes right back with his own combo.
Man. Benoit is trying.
These guys are maximizing this co-main
great fight so far, absolutely. And we knew that, right? We talked about that in the lead up to that. This is a huge spotlight for these guys in the flyweight division, especially with Saturday coming up and having the flyweight title on the line. But Elliott, super impressive tonight, landing his strikes, using his kicks, using his wrestling, and when he didn't get what he wanted, and when he got in bad positions, he always managed to find a way to fight out of it and land his own combination back. It's probably about 20 seconds away from a victory here as well.
Yeah, I agree. I think Tim started to pull away here in the third round. Certainly in the latter part of the round, he's forcing the fight, he's walking him down, he's being the aggressor. Some heavy shots there.
Oh, nice knee from Benoit late. outstanding 15 minutes turned in by Tim Elliott and Ryan Benoit. We will find out who the judges saw it for after this as we continue live from UFC Fight Out.
We listen to music when we're together.
That's like the main thing we do. It's like when we're traveling together, when we're talking together, when we're cleaning the house, when we're taking out the dog, when we're doing this and that, everything.
I mean, that's how we connect, you know?
It's time for some straight talk. Here's a wireless equation to wrap your brain around. Big carriers plus fancy phone offers plus pricey contracts equals fail. Switch to Straight Talk Wireless and get a new phone payment plan with no fees, no contracts, and no deposits. For great Samsung phones starting at less than $7 a month. All on America's largest and most dependable networks for up to 50% less. Turn that brain power into money-saving power. Straight Talk Wireless, only at Walmart.
The players returning for this season will still be fighting for justice as they fight for a championship.
Later tonight at 12:30, following UFC Fight Night, Sports Center will have post-fight coverage with our own Paul Felder, also NFL deal-making at the franchise tag deadline. The latest on Dak Prescott's contract situation and Derrick Henry's new deal, and a report from inside the NBA bubble. All on Sports Center following the UFC from Fight Out. All right, now to make this one official, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. All 3 judges score this contest 29-28 for the winner by unanimous decision, Tim Elliott.
Well, and I would agree with Daniel Cormier. I wasn't so sure about that live betting line that had Ryan Benoit as the favorite. Tim Elliott getting it done. He gets his 5th UFC win tonight.
I don't know.
And it's now time for Impact Performer, brought to you by the U.S. Army.
Yeah, so that was a high-paced fight from both guys. Of course, we had the volume from Tim Elliott. We had the harder, heavier strides from Benoit. But it was the grappling transitions, the time spent in mounts, threatening guillotines that got the victory for Tim Elliott. In round 3 as well, just a higher pace. He came out there throwing a lot of jabs, a lot of movement, and just really took the fight to Benoit. Benoit came on strong at the end. You know, he probably realized he was about to lose this fight, so he started throwing everything he had, but unfortunately, it was too little, too late. Some nice big elbows, and there's the winner, Tim Elliott. And he's with John Anik right now.
All right, Michael, thank you very much, and it is good to talk to Tim Elliott. Congratulations on just a great effort tonight. It's so fun for us to watch you compete when you're in your element like this. How do you feel about your performance?
Well, I feel great, man. I tend to be one of those guys that fights to the level of my opponent. I knew this opponent was going to be good, so he brought the best out of me. It's not just me out there. It takes 2 to tango, and I'm just lucky enough to get these good opponents that bring the best out of me.
Fight at the level of your opponent. So if you have an opponent that has never fought, you're going to get down to this level.
Well, this fight got elevated to the co-main event. You seem to elevate your game with it. I got to ask you, though, about the right hand. I don't know if it was a dislocation, but appeared to be some sort of injury there in round 3.
I felt numb in my fingers, and I looked down, and my 2 middle fingers were doing a Y away from each other. And I didn't know what I could do, but I knew I couldn't punch at that point. But I started pulling on them. I felt them both pop back in, and now I feel no pain. Everything's good.
So interesting to see you and James Krause go back and forth. He kind of wanted you to maybe sit on the lead there late, but instead you got ultra aggressive, but had to feel pretty good about the striking game, I would think, tonight.
Yeah, you know, my game is usually take guys down, but it's got me in trouble a little bit, and I knew Ryan was going to be tough to take down. My best takedown is that stupid double leg run the pipe single, and the first time I tried it, he stopped me in a way that I felt like I was in danger. So James wanted me to keep shooting it, but I was worried, and he took my back there once off of it. So I just had to relate to my striking. I'm lucky enough, like James Krause just worked my jab. This is the first time I've ever had a jab land more than once a fight, and you know that all goes to Krause.
Well, you've been one of the guys who has sort of maximized your opportunities in this current climate. I know you wanted to turn around again in June. You made it till July. How soon might we see Tim Elliott back in?
Man, I'm ready to go again right away. I'm lucky enough to have 2 places where I can go and train. I have all my bases covered. I have Casey Halstead and Brock, Eddie Baraka in Las Vegas, and Cody Stamans on my team, Joseph Benavidez. I have so many good guys. And then I can go back to Kansas City and get that really technical training aspect with James Krause. He's he's a wizard, man. There's nobody smarter as a coach in this sport than James Krause, and I'm just a drone, man. If I can do what he says, then I'll beat everybody.
Well, congratulations on a huge win tonight. I know your daughter Sterling anxiously awaits her daddy getting home safe ship, man. We'll see you soon. Likewise. All right, Tim Elliott getting it done in the co-main event tonight over Ryan Benoit. And coming up next, it will be our final act. Calvin Kattar landed an elbow from hell back in May at UFC 249. It was his third win in his last 4 and good enough to earn him a second UFC main event tonight. He will try to capitalize on the Fight Island stage against the first-time headliner, that man Dan Ige. All he's done since dropping the debut has been to reel off 6 straight wins, all against largely high-level competition. You can argue, though, his toughest test to date is in front of him tonight. The main event from Abu Dhabi is coming up next.
To start a game
UFC Fight Night on ESPN is presented by Modelo, root for those with a fighting spirit. And brought by P3, the official protein snack of the UFC. All right, headliner around the bend. Stay with us on ESPN and EPS.
I will close and end the screen and come back immediately.
A migraine hope
Just so we can close
from
that
Emavig to show up for the sweet, the hectic,
one more fight
the tender, the tense, the frustrating, and the fiery. But for many, migraine keeps them from saying, I am here. We aim to change that with Emavig, a preventive treatment for migraine in adults. One dose once a month is proven to reduce monthly migraine days, for some by half or more. Don't take Emavig if you're allergic to it. Allergic reactions like rash or swelling can happen hours to days after use. Severe constipation can happen, sometimes with serious complications. Common side effects include injection site reactions and constipation. It doesn't matter what each day brings, so long as you can say, I am here.
if I could do that, the whole division's. I'm not done. I've barely gotten started in this. I'm on a 6-fight winning streak right now, and I'm bound to make it 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm gonna get that belt.
Dan Ige does it again! Holy smokes!
He's done what he had to do with the last 6 guys,
Oh,
but I'm a different call.
shit.
I don't think he's faced anybody like me,
Can't
and
say
he's gonna
that.
have a lot to deal with July 15th. My whole style is built off breaking, guys. I know Calvin's tough, but if I keep chipping away, I'll eventually get to the breaking point.
This is a good fight, bro. Very good fight. Let's go. Let's go.
Well, his dad is a Navy SEAL, and his father's son has become one of the better featherweights in the world. Enter the number 10 ranked contender, Dan Ige, 8th UFC appearance, Paul. He's perfect into the UFC debut. And we are just seeing him start to scratch the surface of all of his fight game potential.
You know, his father being a Navy SEAL, you can just see that intensity in him, that quiet intensity. It's not a loudness, it's not trash talk, it's none of that nonsense. It's seriousness, it's get to business, it's hard work, it's dedication, and it's being able to overcome adversity, which is what the Navy SEALs are all about. No matter what happens, they're dealt a problem, they handle it. Dan Ige, you punch him, you hurt him, you knock him down, you lose your debut, it doesn't matter. He sees the problem, he figures out a solution, and he overcomes it.
Yeah, nicely said, Paul. As you said, he lost his UFC debut. Since then, he's been on a 6-fight win streak. It clearly has got better with every single performance. His last fight against Edson Barboza, I mean, it was just such a tremendous display of tenacity, speed, strength, takedowns, really mixed things up against a super experienced guy like Edson Barboza, a guy that's been around the sport forever, one of the hardest hitters, and he ate some of those shots, but he refused to be denied, and he just simply outworked him, took him down on multiple occasions, and landed excellent combinations.
And unlike his previous appearance against Edson Barboza, in which he had just 8 days of training, he had what amounted to a pretty full camp here. Not the full maybe 8 to 10 weeks that you would like, but he's ready to go. He's leaned on the cardio, serious pace and pressure. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt he can lean on as well. Maybe 8-10. It's all in front of him tonight as a plus 245 underdog as we now await the New England guy, Calvin Kattar.
Yo, I'm coming with it, yo. Oh shit, I'm about to hit this shit. Here comes, yo.
So here is the rising star out of Methuen, Massachusetts. Calvin Kattar, number 6 in the world, 145
Here we go.
pounds.
It's
Huge
coming.
knockout of Jeremy Stevens Michael back in UFC 249. He felt like he could have been sharper with some things. As a golden opportunity if you want to right those rounds, for lack of a better way to put it to.
Well, against Jeremy Stevens,
It's coming.
Yep,
You got it.
took them well. I don't think he was really hurt of any of
Never
them.
say shit.
And of course, the fight ended in a brutal knockout in the second round. He says that Dan Ige has never fought somebody like him, and I tend to agree. He's a bigger guy, and we talked about the intensity of Dan Ige, but this guy has got so much intensity about everything that he said this week. He's very, very confident. Like what you said about Ige, he's not brash. He's not bigging himself up, but he means what he says. And when I say Ige hasn't fought somebody like this, I'm talking about the punching power. This man possesses ridiculous knockout power in both hands with every style of shot that he throws. Whether it's an uppercut, hook, or a straight shot, he can put somebody to sleep.
And I think what makes him so dangerous, Mike, is the power mixed with super sharp technique. Like, he doesn't wind up, he doesn't overswing and thinks he's calculated. And like we talked about in the pre-show, he sets traps for these guys. Not every shot is to knock you out. He knows that he's got to set up that shot to be able to catch you, to put you out. If he winds up, you're going to see it coming, especially somebody like Dan Ige. If you overthrow at him, he'll see it, he'll be able to take you down and control you. So he sets traps, he hand fights, he does all the things you're supposed to do as a good boxer.
There have been some bouts of inactivity over Kattar's career. He turned pro all the way back in 2007, didn't fight at all in 2014 and 2015, but this is as close-knit a fight camp as there is in the game. His head coach, Tyson Chartier, one of the more underappreciated fight minds out there, works on strategy and fight IQ. And Rob Font, a guy that he wanted to fight back in the day, is his primary training partner, and those guys have a
Rob Font almost just got knocked off of the outer ring of the cage here by his teammate and coach there.
But he got knocked off the apron?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
So Dan Ige trying to see how his style and game will extend over 25 minutes. He finds himself in his first UFC main event right now against Calvin Kattar. And with that backdrop, let us get to the tail of the tape. For our featherweight main event, Calvin Kattar is 32, Dan Ige 28. You see the discrepancy in height. Calvin Kattar 4 inches taller, less pronounced in reach, where Kattar has a 1-inch advantage. All right, now to get this main event started right. Here's Bruce Lee.
What the hell was?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. Our 3 judges scoring this contest in octagon side are Ben Cartledge, Mark Collette, and Clemens Warner. And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the octagon, Herb Dean. And now, for those in attendance and UFC fans watching around the world, this is the moment you've all been waiting for. Live from UFC Fight Island in Yas Island, Abu Dhabi. It's time! 5 rounds in the UFC featherweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record, 14 wins, 2 losses. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 145 pounds. Fighting out of Haleiwa, Hawaii, presenting the number 10 ranked featherweight contender in the world, Dan 50K Ige! And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a freestyle fighter holding a professional record, 21 wins, 4 losses. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 146 pounds. Fighting out of Methuen, Massachusetts, USA, presenting the number 6 ranked featherweight contender in the world, Calvin Kattar!
All right, gentlemen, we've been over the rules. Protect yourself at all times.
Oh, shit.
Follow my instructions. We're going to keep it
good.
clean. Touch gloves, let's do it.
Beautiful.
Well, for many people, over these 4 fight cards on Fight Island, this was the non-title fight that they were most looking forward to, and the wait for it ends here. Dan Ige, about a plus 245 underdog tonight. Calvin Kattar, the prohibited minus 290 betting favorite.
Ready, let's fight.
Here we go with the headliner. This fight clock is brought to you by Modelo. Calvin Kattar is in blue. Dan Ige is in white. Here we go.
Here we go indeed, John. As we were saying on the pre-fight show, for my money, I think Kattar, he's got to go first. Ige he's got a tremendous ability at closing the distance and then firing off a few combinations, then gliding off on the angle and not being there to be countered. If Kattar uses his jab, keeps him at bay, forces him backwards, that's going to cause a lot of problems for Dan Ige. But of course, it's a 2-horse race, and there it is. Ige fires off first.
I almost feel like Kattar is just waiting to kind of get the timing of Ige. See what is he going to throw? Is he going to close that distance fast? And you see how fast, just like you said, Mike, that Ige did that. That right hand, left hook, nice shot to the body. And you can see Kattar just throwing some feints out, moving in and out like we've seen in all the highlights of him. That's how he sets things up. He takes his time. He's patient.
Yeah, Dan's got to be careful because right then, when he went in a second ago, and kind of there, he is sticking around in the danger zone for a counter from
Yeah,
Kattar.
so far it's just 2, right? I'd like to see 3 or 4
it's
coming
just
out.
2 shots, and he is there to be countered. That time it was a leg kick, so he kind of spun off the optimum target, shall we say. You see, look right there, boom, he could have fired back. But I think to your point, Paul, he is waiting, he's trying to get a read, see what he's going to do, get a feel for his rhythm, his timing, power of his shots. All these things you have to take into consideration, you know, before you really start, you know, unloading.
Especially with 5 rounds, these guys, they're taking their time. They want this 5 round, they want to prove that they're 5-round fighters, so they don't want to rush themselves, gas themselves out the first time that they have the chance of going 25 minutes.
Danny Gay, the busier fighter early on. Don't forget, right after the main event, we'll recap it all on the UFC Fight Night post-show. That is exclusively on ESPN Plus right after this Kattar-Ige main event.
He's blocking that jab really nicely with the palm of his hand.
Body shot from Ige, left hand counter, partially lands for Kattar.
There it is, look at that. Right hand, left uppercut, both of them found the mark.
I'm telling you, that's what Kattar's doing. He's biding his time, and he's picking his shots.
He's going to do it back.
Nice body shot there.
And you see that straight away. Ige took a couple of shots with his line. Nah, I'm going to go for a takedown now because he realizes that Kattar is, we know this, we said this, he's so dangerous with his fists.
Standing on his feet. And Ige is just trying to kick on the knees and shit like that. Ooh, a nice punch to the body there.
Nicely done by Ige.
Ige got up nice.
3+ minutes have gone by here in round 1 of a possible 5.
That's the way he looks, or he just got that punch? So I didn't see a punch.
Kattar keeps going back to the well with that front
kick.
kick.
Toast to your mouth.
Well, the champion in this division, Alexander Volkanovski, watching with a focused eye tonight. Nice right hand. That's a piston right to the chin.
Real nice counter.
Oh, good body shot there from Ige.
He hit him with the end of the punch.
Both these guys
Now
so
that could have
good at
been a
countering each other.
He just caught him with the end. Ooh!
Ige lands
Nice
to the body.
liver kick.
Nicely done. Gonna watch the up kick.
Man, and Kattar's so good with that sharp, straight right from this position when he's got opponent grounded. It's like a laser beam. Look at that, straight. That doesn't swing big hooks from that position. It goes straight down.
Ooh, liver
and
punch.
then Ige comes back with one. These guys both very high level at 145 pounds.
Ige looks
Step
like
inside kick there
too.
from
Like he
Kattar.
got punched on both eyes and shit. I don't know if that's the way he
Plenty of
looks
them
or
in my Taekwondo karate
or
days.
if it's that he really got hit already.
Shout out to Sal Sandon, Jumsaw Karate.
These guys are throwing
Yoko Gary Fumikomi, as it's known in
See, I
Japanese.
knew all the terminology in Korean, so it's funny when you say everything in Japanese.
Yeah, sure. You just...
Oh, man.
Look
Power
at that.
right by Ige with a nice
He
left
lands a
hook.
beautiful left up, but Ige came back with a beautiful right hand.
It's
Right
already
on the
10 in this round.
target.
It's crazy.
As after 2 through
knee
5
by
minutes,
Kattar.
flying deep from Kattar late in the round. Round 2 next.
Have you tried the best leggings ever? Fabletics has got them at our best prices ever. Fan favorites are back. Our high compression Mila leggings feature convenient pockets and are available in tons of colors and prints. Wear our Motion 365 leggings for running, lounging, and everything in between. Or get a lift from our 5-star Sculpt Knit leggings with new mesh details for breathability. With sizes up to 4X, there's a legging for everyone. Never pay $100 for leggings again. Get any 2 leggings for $24 when you become a VIP, only at Fabletics.com.
2 leggings for $25. Them shits is cheap as hell. That's the pants that girls be using all the time. That shit is not $12 per pair. That's a lot of money.
Here, let's take a look at some of these
those
body shots. This is
stupid-ass
straight right from Ige. Both these guys back and forth
Even though
attacking
girl
each other.
clothes is
Look
a
at this
lot
nice
cheaper than men
scoop
clothes.
right to the liver there.
Anyways, back to the fight.
Ige eats it, big body kick, but Kattar catches it, does a great job, gets him down to the ground, and that's where he's been doing some of his best work and some of this ground and pound.
Let's fight.
All right, here we go, round
Let's
2.
go.
Tremendous corner work in Ige's corner there. So matter of fact, nice and calm, told him everything he needed to hear. Said if he fires to the body, you got to counter back, and if he takes you down, I agree. You got to get up. You can't hang out down there. The danger is when you try and get back to your feet so quickly, yeah, listen, you might eat a shot, but more than likely, you're going to eat some punches anyway. You're going to get up carefully. You can't be overly reckless. You've got to get back to your feet with a technical get up that goes, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and absolutely. And we're talking about, we've looked at the stats of Ige. One of the big differences between these two athletes is that Ige spends a little bit too much time on his back. And that's because of that jiu-jitsu, right? He trusts in it.
Yeah.
But with a guy like Kattar, he's not going to mix that up with you. He's going to stay on top and punch you in the face. And like you said, Mike, if you're going to get hit in the face anyway, you might as well do it getting back up to your feet. Correct. Nice body shot, followed up with a left hook from Ige.
Yeah, he's mixing it up nicely. That's a good.
Kattar using that jab now, starting to put that out as a feeler. He wants that laser beam of a right hand to land.
And Ige tends to get going the more the fight progresses. The volume increases, he gets more comfortable, he takes his opponent's best shots, and then he realizes, listen, I can take these, and then he goes to work a little more. Certainly did that in the Barboza fight. And that's what Kattar's going to be careful of, right? Because it's a 5-round fight, and if his cardio, if Ige's cardio is in a better state, and he just outworks him, he might not get the finish, but he'll certainly win a decision like that.
Well, he dropped the first round on all 3 judges' scorecards against Barboza and went on to win that fight.
Didn't really hit the mark, but it's close.
We've talked about it. That's one of the things he does really well. Is he makes adjustments. He figures things out. Even if he's getting beat up a little bit, he finds a way back into the fight. That's invaluable, man. Having that ability to do that in this game. But look at Kattar really starting to snipe some of these.
Yeah,
he's looking like himself in there.
Yeah, he landed clean there. Clean 1-2,
yes, sir.
right on the target.
That's the way to see it.
Ige took them though, you know. He
Big left right on the nose, right on the nose, John. And that nose is compromised still from the Jeremy Stevens fight.
One of the more significant strikes from Dan Ige thus far. He's landed just 31%, but that one counted.
And he's grabbed his nose again.
Well, you can see the blood starting to trickle.
Yeah, that nose is bothering him. 3 times he's grabbed it since that shot landed.
Yeah, halfway through the second round. You got to think, yeah, you see the blood starting to accumulate even more. Potentially broken nose
I think it was broken coming in, Mike. Yeah. We asked him how's the nose doing. He said, we'll see.
Okay, all right. Well, that certainly sounds
not great.
Like there was definitely an issue.
Yeah.
Ige switching stances
probably
a
didn't
lot.
spar. He said he was sparring, I think, with a face cover, which
Ooh,
beautiful left hook
right
there
to the
from
body,
Ige.
left hook to the face.
That's what I'm talking about. The speed. Throws a jab, right hook to the body, the left hook over the top. And then look at him. Lateral movement, circling around the octagon.
Yeah, that's something Ige does really well.
Yeah.
Ige moves side to side, and he uses that same movement then to land punches. He'll switch stances quick.
Yeah, what Ige does is either all the way out to where Kattar can't catch him with kicks or punches, or he's all the way in. And when he's all the way in, he's throwing multiple shots, and then he exits out again.
But Kattar is always one punch from getting himself right back into the fight. Round 1 was all his. So far, Dan, what's going on?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think he's just playing mind games.
Yeah, he's starting to feel himself, and hard to blame him. Coming up on a minute to go here, round 2. Beautiful jab from Kattar.
Solid.
Yeah, I think that's what Kattar needs to get back to, is just that jab. Touch it. Find your range. See, I like that. Dan Ige goes to the body, but that's not really what he wants. What he wants to do is get those elbows and those fists to drop a little bit from Kattar and then come over the top like that. See how he dipped and then misdirection, come over the top of the hook. Oh, there we go.
That's it.
And a big counter from Ige. That's light knee appeared to just miss Mike.
Missed. The point of the knee went right up the side of the head. That would have been lights out.
Now, Kattar turning things around here, but at the end of the round, and he's had all the pressure. He's the one moving. Dan Ige explodes in, but so far, Calvin Kattar really pushing the pace. at least in the direction of where they're going, pressing him up against the fence.
Highly competitive fight through 2. We'll follow Calvin Kattar into the red corner.
Hey, deep breath. So listen, we need more volume, right? That was a close round. The first round you definitely won. That was close because you're not throwing enough. When you're exchanging, you're going. We need more volume. Let's try to go first. When he goes first, you're blocking, but for the judges, all right? So let's go first. Your jab's landing. Land the jab and then mix in some Cody's and Burgos's. And you can't go to the body enough on this kid. He hates it. You already hurt him to the body twice.
So here we see the big shot that caused the problem for Dan Ige's nose. He goes to the body, and then there it is. Just like he did against Barboza. Came over the top. Now we see some of the work from Kattar. Boom, a solid jab. Then he lays back, left, right uppercut to the body. Beautiful combination. We can see straight away, Kattar grabs the nose in between the exchanges. As the fight progresses, keep an eye on that nose.
Round 3 is brought to you by P3, the official protein snack of UFC. They worked on the nose there, as you saw, of Calvin Kattar. And Tyson Chartier, Paul wants him to keep investing in the body and and you know overall wants more volume.
And even in watching that highlight, you know, a lot of those punches from Kattar I thought had really landed and hurt Ige. Ige actually did a really good job of blocking and defending and moving out of the way of most of them. It looked like he just got off balance. I thought he was rocked.
Conceivably 1-1 after 2.
Yep. So far, every bit of the fight that I thought this would be between these guys. Aggressive yet technical. Both guys showing their intelligence in there. Oh, beautiful leg kick there from Kattar.
Yeah, really nice leg kick. Ige thought about catching it and trying to get the takedown. Kattar's now cutting off the cage. Beautiful inside uppercut. That's what he needs more of. Because that's what Ige does. He closes the distance and he always kind of has his head kind of hunched over. The uppercuts are key when he closes the distance.
Ige told us he's been playing with a lot of open stances, switch stances. You see him starting to switch up the footwork now. He's been very busy laterally tonight.
Oh, the front kicks are nice.
Kattar did a pretty good job raising that right hand to minimize the damage. Ige circles.
I really feel like this round is going to tell us a lot of how this fight is going to go, based on not only who's scoring the most and figuring each other out, because these guys are playing a really high-stakes chess game between each other. And also, I want to see where the cardio is at the end of this round, especially with that nose of Kattar. See if that affects another left hook to the nose.
I'd like to see Kattar use some more fakes. Because the reality
usually does.
Yeah, the reactions of Ige are so quick. And he is biting. Every time Kattar moves, you see a reaction. So I'd like to see him fake a jab, fake a right hand, get him to react, and then go with the 1-2 or whichever combination he chooses. But set it up, set some traps.
So much at stake here. Not a lot of margin for error in this loaded featherweight division. Under 3 minutes here, round 3. Ige always ready to counter.
Yeah, he seems to be doing just enough to get Kattar off of his game, where he's throwing beautiful punches, but he's missing. He's not hitting anything. The body is the way to go. I see why Kattar's corner wants him to do that, because Ige's doing a really good job of avoiding these big headshots, but the body is there to be hit. Oh, there it is. That's nice work from Kattar.
A lot of power in those shots.
Under 2 minutes to go, Ige bails off the shot.
Left hook by Kattar. Block.
And this is where Kattar wants it. Back him up against the fence. The problem is he's not, you know, really optimizing that position. He's not making the most of it. He backs him up. He allows him to escape using lateral movement. So he needs to cut the cage off more. Yeah, Kattar definitely needs to cut the cage off more. He's allowing Ige off the hook a little bit here. Ige's doing a fantastic job getting in and out, and then when Ige backs him up, you know, he's floating to the left or the right, and then Kattar kind of mirrors him, and then that reverses the positioning in the cage.
Ige has also invested in the body in this round. Nice right stairs there.
And it's almost as if Ige's baiting Kattar in, right? The way he steps back and then goes for those big shots as Kattar comes in, gets comfortable. He lets Kattar start. Oh, there we go. Nice work from Kattar. Lands a big right hand.
Kattar just, sorry, Ige's doing such a good job though. Every time he just counters so nicely, puts together 2 or 3 punches.
Let's get you some numbers here on round 3. Slight advantage for Calvin Kattar.
It's close though. It's
close
very
fight,
close.
Nice leg kick.
Yeah, 15
I'd like to
strikes
see
to
more of
13.
that. Definitely more of that.
Very close.
Ige has never been finished as a mixed martial arts pro. 17 pro fights tonight.
That hurt his eye. He's grabbing at his
Kattar
eye.
had 15. You get 13. Now, 15 of course.
And these guys are just trading rounds. First round, Kattar. Second round, Ige. Third round, close.
And now Kattar appeals to be dealing with a cut near his right eye.
Nice leg kick by Kattar.
15 minutes down.
Third round's over. A very good fight, very technical.
Listen, when you're going,
action but technical, you know.
The volume still
not
needs to be
wild.
okay?
Very good.
This is the 4th round. Okay? I need more volume. When you're going, you're
Remember,
flowing,
guys,
you're good. But you're
after
waiting
the
too
stream
much.
is over, I will come back in to stream some gameplay.
Right? Possibly doing. Is this weird judging? Let's just go out there and just keep hitting him. Listen, when we say burgos, you can finish the body after that, okay? But listen,
Modern warfare, baby.
Add on 2 more. We're getting 2, and then he's kind of want to come right after. Stick through.
Hey, have some fun. Calculate. Fight IQ. Let's be a smart fighter in these next 2 rounds. You understand? He's getting frustrated. Up on our toes. Let him see it on your toes. Nice little bounce.
It seems like normally he's got
Great
this
corner
side
work
right here.
here.
Look, you know,
Eddie
where
Baracco
people
on
have
one
this
side. Tyson
kind of
Chartier
swollen looking like.
continuing
It looks
with
like
similar
he's got
messaging
swollen
from
eyes by
Calvin
the puncher,
Kattar.
but
So
it
here's
seems
some
like
numbers.
this is the way
4th
he
rounder
is.
later in career. Kattar,
The
second
judges
time for
don't
Dan
know.
Ige.
They might think
New
those
territory
are
for him. The main event rounds are
swollen
upon
because of
us.
the punches.
10 minutes to go.
Doesn't look
When I hear a
good
guy say,
visually.
what round is it? Especially when they get these 5-round fights, you start to almost not even know what's going on in there.
Well, I think he's heard that buzzword of volume, and perhaps there is some pacing going on for Kattar, knowing he's got to go 25.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Whenever a fight is this close, pace can win the fight. Just being the busier guy, they're clearly very evenly matched. They clearly got equal amounts of skills. Ige's maybe a little faster, Kattar hits a little harder. But whoever steps on the gas more, if he goes to a decision, will win that decision.
Kattar doesn't use his wrestling very offensively very often.
Nice right hand by
Big
Kattar
shot. And
to
Ige
Ige.
doesn't even flinch, man. Incredible.
Yeah, he's tough. He's tough.
But, but I'm saying his takedown defense, man. He does not.
Nice kick by Kattar.
That's
But
nice.
he went for the takedown. Ige tried to go for the takedown and ended up in the bottom. Next to the cage. Kattar on top, throwing his elbows.
Recognizing these guys' high-level skills here.
Ige
Kattar's
unofficially
up,
0
and
for
Ige
4
is right back up.
in trying to take
I don't know
Calvin
why
Kattar
Kattar
down
kind of let him
tonight.
go there.
Always good when the champ is chiming in on
Jab.
the level of the performance of these two gentlemen.
I like
I
that
think he knows,
combination by
maybe
Ige.
not next,
Right
right?
to the
Obviously,
body,
these guys
left
still have
hook.
some fights to win, but
Upstairs.
the winner of this is moving themselves into a prime position to be getting towards that title shot. The pressure of Kattar, even when he's getting his constantly just slowly
Jab
moving
by
Ige back.
Ige. Kind of lazy one. Jabs by
These next
Kattar.
two rounds mean so much for these guys. It's pretty, it's
Can't
just
overstate
dead
it.
set, man.
8 minutes.
Ige seems to have slowed down a little bit. Well, both guys have slowed down a tad. But I think it's more noticeable for me, Ige.
Good observation.
Ige feigning takedowns. Superman punch by Ige.
Superman punch, Ige out of
Exploded there,
range.
though, yeah.
Now goes southpaw. Talk to
Left
us a
hook
lot
Kattar.
about that.
Ooh, right hook by
Kattar's
Ige.
inside leg kick
Blocked
to that
by
overhand
Kattar.
right. Old school style with that, just kind of Using that as a feeler, looking for that big punch.
Oh, nice right by Kattar as Ige was going for a right elbow.
And again, that one missed, went over the back of the head, hit the shoulder. But still, Ige's still trying to knock him out.
Yeah, he's definitely starting to put a little more power in the shots, being a little more telegraphed with it, though. Not setting them up as much as he was earlier in the fight.
Sometimes they're coming down by the waist, really swinging some haymakers. But they're still fast, really, really fast. That was better, that was better technique.
On a block by Kattar.
Well, don't forget, after tonight's main event, we'll recap all the action on the UFC Fight Night post show on ESPN Plus. Megan, Paul, Michael, and I here for you late tonight. You can only see the post show on ESPN Plus.
More like early, John, for us. It's like, do I want a cocktail or a coffee at this point, Mike? Or do I want both? Put a little whiskey in that coffee.
I'll be having several of each.
Like where your head's at.
Ooh, that one hurt. That was a good one. Very nice inside low kick.
Inside kick.
Look at that though. Yeah, these guys are so evenly matched. Just when you think one guy started to get the advantage, the other guy fires back straight away. I mean, it's just typical. Oh my.
Like a slip maybe from Ige's tracks.
Ige kind of slipped, right back up.
We're seeing a little less combinations coming out of Ige. He's throwing one big shot at a time, whereas earlier in the fight when he was most successful, it was 2 or 3.
Yeah, that's right. I agree.
Seems like Kattar's power is starting to make its presence felt in this fourth round in particular.
Outside left.
Whenever he does that one little shuffle, Kattar likes to do this little hop in, hop out. Usually after that, he'll throw a couple jabs, and that's when he looks for that big 2 down the middle. This time it's an uppercut.
By Kattar, but missed.
He's anticipating that level change of Ige.
Ooh, left hook by Ige. Caught him.
Aesthetically, Kattar would appear to be the pressure fighter here late in the fourth.
Yeah, Dan's starting to wear quite a bit on his face. Looking for more takedowns here. Kattar doing a great job of stuffing him. I think Kattar's starting to realize that he's got him a little bit. Just missed with that knee.
Oh. Spinning back at the end of the round to deliver by T.
See? Teamwork.
Good. Grab a seat, baby. Here. Watch your feet. Slow it down.
Looking at Ige now.
Deep breath. Listen to me. Bruce here. We got 5 minutes, okay? I want you to gas pedal this dude. I know you got more than that. It's right?